Nothing like Elton John as you go out.
Nothing like it. They do this on purpose to me?
I don't know. I like Elton John.
No, I like Elton John too, but remember we were talking about this song, as a matter of fact, how much I like Elton except for that one song.
Oh, you don't like this song?
In particular, yeah.
Oh, I like this song.
I was wondering what happened.
No, the song I like the best is Saturday Night.
I like that. I like all that old stuff.
Yeah.
You know, us old people, we like all that old stuff.
Yes, we are old people.
Speaking of old people, Neil called in sick.
What's up with Neil?
He's sick. He has a blood pressure headache, he said, among other things. I think it's John Jarris's fault. John Jarris just told me in the hallway that he had sent him up some, German chocolate. And you know about those...
He sent a diabetic chocolate?
Yeah.
That's nice of him.
Well, you know those Germans, like John Jarris, they have Vase to put you into a diabetic coma.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what happened. Maybe he got into those chocolates because he has no willpower at all. Some chocolate shows up in the mail, he'll start scarfing it.
Well, it's good stuff.
Yeah. No, there's no argument there. When John Jarris brings some chocolate from the Rhineland, it's great. So what's going on? How'd you enjoy your time off?
That would be yesterday. I slept late. I didn't go out New Year's Eve because I just
me either.
Don't do it. So I went out Sunday night instead.
I got stuck working yesterday. I thought it was going to be a regular day because, school was back in, so I got up early and noticed that nobody was on the road.
No, there was nothing
here. We tried to do a real show. It was a bad idea. Nobody wanted to participate. I should have played music all day. Wound up, blowing out everything that I wanted to talk about yesterday and saving nothing for today. But of course, I didn't plan on this.
I hope their sales staff is back.
Oh, the sales staff is back, and new and improved sales staff.
Last week they lost a couple of opportunities to put some money on the station.
Yeah.
But why would you want to do that?
Right. Manashtana halala hazeh, as they say in Ireland.
Very good.
I got a tape.
Very good.
I got a book and a tape. Get kakanaf and yam. How do you like that?
Holy moly.
Kishmir and Tokas.
Jeez.
What do you know? I can go to a party now.
The conversion?
Blend right in. As a matter of fact, I have
You might have to change a little bit of your politics, but the conversion seems to be working.
I have more than one yarmulke. How do you like that? I have a fancy one and just a regular everyday one. How do you like that?
See, our guy at 2 o'clock has more than one yarmulke too, but there's a reason for that.
He has a fur yarmulke. I saw it.
Well, yeah, but he always wears it, but he has 2. You know why?
I give up.
He's two-faced.
Oh, that was too easy.
I thought you'd get that one.
No, I get it.
Okay.
I get it. Boys, Neil's right about that, boy. All you got to do is there wasn't even an in, boy. You'll bring it around to him from anywhere.
Yeah.
We could be talking about outer space, and you'll bring it back to our friend there at 2 o'clock.
Not
you got great pizza. Back off.
Oh, God help me. I have no idea what we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah,
Besides,
when did you get the word?
President Wiretapper. When I walked in here, see, I see the facts. That's one of the first things I do when I walk in is I look at the facts, and there was only one sheet on there, and I could see that it was his handwriting from the back, I could see through the sheet, and it was his handwriting, and that's never good. See, when there's a facts from Neil, first thing when I walk in here, it's only about one thing, and that's he's sick or something, and I got to do the show. And then my nightmare starts because, nobody likes it. At least in this building, nobody likes it. And so they just run around and wail and complain and bitch and then ask me to help them, get their spots on the air, do something for them.
Nah, just do what you do.
Oh, I know. That's all I can do.
Yep.
Until I die.
Don't do that.
Oh, well, one of these days soon. Hey, I'm married with kids. What's left for me?
The dowry.
Yeah. Maybe I'll die before that happens. I'm not paying out any dowry, and I'm not paying for any weddings. I already made that announcement to my daughter. I said, I will help pay for your trip to Vegas. That's as close as I get to paying for your wedding. I ain't going to go through that. I mean, I kind of hate weddings anyways. To be paying for it, you know what I mean? Like to have to pay money for something that you hate.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to get you a DVD of Father of the Bride.
Oh, that was on cable here a little while back. I avoided it.
Yeah.
Father of the Bride 2 was on.
That's why I'm getting you Father of the Bride 1.
Yeah, no. I love Steve Martin, but I don't need any of these.
Actually, that movie was pretty funny.
Was it?
Well, they had the guy, who was it? Martin Short.
Okay.
Was in that movie. It was hysterical. Played the part of the gay caterer. He was classic.
Great. Well, I'll check it out on cable. It's running around for free. You don't have to spend any money.
Okay.
If you want to spend any money, buy Josh a copy of Magnolia.
All right. I'll do that.
I don't know what happened to the copy that I saw. I think I saw it on cable, but apparently Josh has to watch Magnolia before Neil will watch City of God.
Okay.
And we got to get that going.
All right. Well, you have a good day.
Thank you, Hank. You have several.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
See you, George.
Cuba, 1958. A proud people, happy to live under the Batista regime, who took great pride in their heritage of sugarcane farms, tobacco, mob-run casinos, Cadillac dealerships, hookers, and syphilis. Then came the specter of Comunista. Leaving Cuba with only the heritage of sugarcane farms, tobacco, European-run casinos, hookers, and syphilis. Since that time, only one true Cuban savior burst forth from the Virgin Mary's papaya and lowered gingerly to earth by angels on a silken pillow of freedom. No, not that little waterlogged Pukalion, but the real baby Jesus who sits on the moist hand of God. Jorge to you, Rodriguez. Adore him as you would Christ, or be struck down by the mighty gods of Pacahoist. The baby Jesus is here, and you are there.
She takes a finger.
Couldn't resist.
And digs a deep.
You don't mind, do you?
Into a nostril.
Not at all. Okay.
For something green.
Way to hit the pocket.
Oh, she's a nose picker. She's digging down. Don't flick it at me. Her finger's long. Now I ain't saying she's a nose picker. It's big and deep. But can you see the end of her finger? Now I ain't saying she's a nose picker. Give me the cream. She's doing making me sick. I can't believe. Dig in, girl. Go ahead, dig in. It's on her sleeve. It's gross, girl. You know it's gross. I'm gonna heat. Dig in, girl. Your nose picking. I'm gonna heat. Dig in, girl. Go ahead. Her finger's long. Now I ain't saying she's a nose picker. It's big and deep.
10:05 on 560 QAM. I just had to check my watch. You know, my satellite updated watch, because this clock's completely wrong. We were reading the time wrong. Just 1 minute off all day yesterday, Josh. Not that it matters, because nobody was listening. Maybe 5 more people will be listening today. So what are we going to do? See, I played it, well, we couldn't have known that this was going to happen today.
Yeah, that was my question to you, by the way. What are we going to do?
We're going to just repeat yesterday's show all over again. Hey, how about that rentanegro.com?
What's that all about?
From scratch. Now, I did mention that to Troy this morning, and he's up for it.
Well,
he's a sales guy. They're all about making money anyway, anyhow. And he didn't know that he could charge for association. And I let him know, and I let him, see the price list a little bit.
Well, for those prices, if anybody wants to rent a white guy,
he thought, there's no demand for that.
Yeah, no,
because they're everywhere, right? That doesn't make you special; it just makes you typical. But he thought the prices were a little steep. He thinks he can do better. Competition is good; keeps the price down, quality high, right? It's the American way. Well, it used to be the American way, and then this thing happened. Not going to go getting started right away on that, but we will talk about President Wiretap eventually, among other things. Neil did post a whole bunch of stories on there that you should check out. They're continuing to spin on the news. We'll talk about that. Just yesterday, I forgot to talk about it. I saw it. I wanted to talk about it. I think I threatened to talk about it, but never did. Just how they present the stories about this wiretapping thing. Everything is spun. Even before they start talking about the story, the label that they use tells you where they stand on the issue. Like when they ran that story about the intelligent design controversy, and so they put up on their caption, this is CNN, God versus science. All right? Like, no non-religious fanatic would have even thought up that title. All right? Because science isn't in competition with God. Science is in competition with a handful of lunatics who have grabbed onto a particular passage and decided to interpret it a certain way. That's what science is in opposition of. Science is in opposition of ignorant people who take stories literally that are baseless and factless and who knows where they came from and how many times it's been rewritten. People who take a story literally versus people who like to investigate things and come to their own conclusions, all right? Maybe God likes scientists and not those other people. Science has never said anything to contradict anything that came from God, but science has contradicted a lot of people's made-up stories and will continue to do so. But that's their position. And Soledad comes on yesterday talking about the wiretap thing, Spygate that's going on. Mm-hmm. And here's how they present that story. the president continues to defend his domestic spying program and the war on terror. In other words, they've always got to remind you what the president says that it's all about, right? And then some people say, are you following this? Some people say that, what's going on with the sound?
Yeah, I don't know.
Woo!
I mean, I just started to record, but...
Well, the dat pot's on, that's why.
Yeah, I know.
There you go. That's all right. And we've got a nice Darth Vader sound there.
Will
that make the show go faster if you leave that pot on? Anything, man. Get out and push if it'll help. So they present that, and then she says, some people say that it's illegal, all right? Not the Constitution says it's illegal, or U.S. law says it's illegal, which is the fact, but some critics of the president say that it's illegal, and we'll be talking to one of them a little bit later. And then like a half hour later, they bring that guy on. In other words, long after everyone has gone to work. And who do they bring on? But a lawyer for some Arab dude that was busted under this very particular program. Do you see what I'm saying? So even the critic, just by his existence, is showing that they've caught someone supposedly with this method. Okay? And then they continue. Then they go into making their point backwards. Because the guy says, Soledad asks him, well, if this is proven to be illegal, could your client be released based on that? And the lawyer says, of course, just like anybody else who was convicted or charged based on fraudulent evidence or evidence that was gathered illegally can be released. And so Soledad's counterpoint is, well, then maybe we shouldn't be pursuing this. Maybe, this is a good thing after all. Maybe it's not a bad idea after all. Which is the opposite of the point, you stupid bitch. If they'd gotten the evidence legally, then the lawyer wouldn't be able to say, hey, throw this evidence out. If they had just gone to the court, which almost never, in the past 2 years, they denied 4 out of 4,500 requests for a warrant. And it can be retroactive. So if they had done it by the book, then the lawyer wouldn't be able to say, hey, this evidence was acquired illegally, you can't use it. You see what I mean? It's just like dirty cops. Oh, I can't get a conviction because I planted the evidence. Oh, now this killer is going to go free, OJ, because somebody didn't do something right. Well, if you had done it right, then the defense wouldn't have been able to say that you did it wrong or illegally somehow. You follow? So he's actually hurting the so-called war on terror, which, of course, there is no such thing. There are a lot of people running around pretending to be doing something. But, hey, don't get me started. You know why I'm all whipped up? I went and saw that gladiator scene again. I queued it up for Miguel.
Oh,
like
nice.
a Roman missionary for that show. You got to see this show. If you like, I don't know, entertainment, how else would you put it? It's got comedy. It's got sex. It's got violence. That's the scene that I queued up for him right there. That tear-jerking gladiator scene, and now he's hooked. He's got to scramble around and try to find it, get the series on TV.
Now, are they rerunning it right now?
They just got done over the holidays running a Romathon. That's why I got re-inspired. Teen daughter hadn't seen it, so I was watching as much as I could along with her and, and explaining it. As a matter of fact, my whole fiasco trip, that's the one thing that we were watching in the motel that night. Motel, hotel, I don't know what to call it. Motel.
Hey, at least you went to that great McDonald's.
Woo! Which I still don't know the name of, and every day we talk about it. Every day we talk about why don't they have one here, one of those super McDonald's.
I want to go.
Combo Discovery Zones. Combo Dave & Buster's. It's just, everything was there. Everything.
It's pretty
You know what wasn't there? Asteroids, but that's fine because Galaga was good enough for me. Ooh, that was my stomach growling. Did you actually hear that on the air? All right, let me do some things by the book. Neil at least did provide us with a poll before he bailed out, so that's good because that's the hardest part. I had nothing. I had no idea. I was banging my head against the wall thinking of a poll, and he's got one about the guns, probably inspired by this shooting that we were talking about a little bit yesterday. Nobody heard, so let's just do that all over again. As a matter of fact, I'll just turn this page backwards.
Yeah.
The chicken scratches that I made for yesterday's show, we'll just start at the top.
Did you hear about that kid who got shot?
Matter of fact, hey, Ron, Gargler, all you people that, the Chronics, well, they call every day no matter what. Here's yesterday's poll. What would you want to be famous for? I don't want to be famous, 280. That finished first by way more than I thought it would have. 280, because number 2 is I hate this poll, 131. And then the first real vote after that is music with 124. Now I'm going to skip ahead here because compare these two things. Here's what I thought in my stupid head when I was putting this poll together. The two real choices outside of I hate this poll or I don't want to be famous, I figured would be music and acting. Be a famous movie star. Right?
Or music and sports.
Okay, those three. But I thought that acting would be in the top three of the real choices. Who wouldn't want to be a famous movie star? Think of all the pie and money that you get and can get. You can reap the bountiful harvest.
Sure.
Right? Outside of those three, does anyone else even come close? I mean, sure, any rich guy can hire a harem or can, drive their fancy car to a club and do really well, but are they going to do better than when a celebrity walks in the door?
No.
No. The celebrity doesn't even have to spend any money, do they?
He just has to walk in.
He just has to walk in, and he doesn't even have to shake the tree. The tree shakes itself, and the fruit just falls all over it.
It's great.
It is. Well, it would be great if we were, but we're not. But acting is down here towards the bottom with 29 votes. What are they thinking acting means? Are they thinking like Broadway musicals? Is that what they're thinking acting means? TV, movies?
I stopped trying to figure out
the results on this
poll. People who voted on the poll a long time ago.
Well, one of these days I will. I think I need therapy. So music got 124, writing 77. Get that right? They would rather be famous for writing than acting by a huge margin, by like over 3 times as much.
Maybe they want to be Stephen King.
2.5. How much action is he getting? Just think of how many writers you actually know the name of. All right, the most famous writer you can think of. Stephen King, is that why he popped into your head?
I mean, I know a couple others.
Do you?
Like
who?
John Grisham.
Okay. All right.
Jack Higgins, I believe.
All right. What's the guy that writes all those books that they make movies out of besides John Grisham? The one that's doing all the terrorist movies and the war movies.
Oh, Tom
Based
Clancy.
on a book by
Tom
Clancy. Right.
Yeah, Tom
okay.
Clancy.
Are they doing better than the most mediocre actor?
Besides Stephen King, I couldn't point those guys out if they walked past me. So.
Well, Stephen King because he puts himself in his own movies.
Yeah.
Smart, Stephen. Way to get some quim. Adult entertainment 67. We talked about that yesterday. We can talk about it a little bit more today. It ain't what you guys think it is. Go ahead, do some research and then get back to us. Tell us how it was for you. Science 45. Okay. Medicine 39. Being a rich socialite like Paris Hilton, for example, 33. Activism 31. Acting 29. Politics 22. And broadcasting only 15, which is funny because that's what I voted for because I figured, that's where we have at least a sliver of a chance. On the gun poll right now, why is America so much into guns? That's how Neil worded it. I'm not gonna change the wording. Probably would have axed it different. It's the American effing way, 159. You bet. It's part of our culture, 41. Basically, because they're violent, 35. They don't trust each other, 29. Because they can be, 19. They don't trust the government, 17. It sure beats bows and arrows, 16. And they love Chuck Heston movies, only 1. That had 0 for the longest time. We'll get into that. I know why that's in the last. Because all of these choices are actually appropriate, except for that one. Right? You know why, right? Right now, right? Because you've never seen a Chuck Heston movie. And outside of Roots, I don't think I have either.
It's
I think he's thinking The Rifleman.
I couldn't remember the
Chuck
name
Heston
of it.
was The Rifleman, but that was a TV show. I don't know if there was a Rifleman movie, and if Chuck Heston made cowboy movies, I guess he did. He must have, right? But that's probably not, Charlton Heston. I assume that's who he's talking about there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of who am I thinking of? The Rifleman. It'll come to me. I'll look it up during the break, which we're so incredibly late for.
Yes, we are.
10:17 on 560 QAM. Yeah. Hey, I can only hit this thing so hard,
It's gay cowboy songs from the Gay Cowboy movie featuring Homo, Homo on the range, where the queers and the cantaloupes play. And mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be gay cowboys. Don't let them wear chaps and lipstick and stuff. Make them play football and kiss girls and such. And, well, we're back here in San Fran again, where the women don't outnumber men.
First I was afraid.
I was petrified. And more,
I kept
including
thinking
A Cowboy's Best Friend is His Pony, Spank the Burro, and Happy Mails to You.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Gay Cowboy songs from the Gay Cowboy movie. The soundtrack is on radio.
1021, 560 WQAM. We got Howard David at 2 o'clock today. Jim Manage at 4. Then we do the split schedule thing that we like. Well, not only do we like doing it, but I like reading it. At 7, we have the Panthers preview on 1360 AM. Do they have call letters? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I didn't think you would. 7:30, Panthers and the Devils, also on 1360 AM, whatever the hell those call letters are. Here on this particular frequency, we have the FedEx Orange Bowl pregame show from 7 to 8, followed by Penn State versus FSU. Saw them on the news. All the Canes fans, you know, our program director is a Penn State person. You knew that.
No, he's not.
Huh?
He went to Penn.
Oh, whatever. It's not the same school?
No.
I'm sorry. What did he say?
KAT.
Oh, KAT. Thank you very much. KAT. How would I know?
Well, now you know.
I should know. KAT's been there forever. Neil, I think that was like the first station he was on here in town.
Wow.
Which we should start thinking about because he's got an anniversary coming up, the 30-year in this market anniversary. That's big.
Yes, it is.
One of my friends coined a phrase that I repeat often. One of my, getting back to that whole rent a Negro thing, he's one of the reasons that I don't have to pay because he's been my friend for a long time. But he doesn't like that whole African-American thing either.
We never got an answer, right?
No. Well, they were gone. I tried to get her on the phone. Maybe we'll call again today because I got an email response from the publicist of the lady that started the website, rentanegro.com, saying that they would be out until today. But in the email that I sent, I said, like, this is a one-day shot because we don't really do guests, but, you know, I have to fake my way through the show every way that I can. And besides, it sounded very interesting to talk. But 30 years in a town, and so my friend coined a phrase, radio is white-collar migrant labor. He went to college and graduated with a degree in broadcast journalism and went on to sell refrigerators and things.
And such.
And I asked him, why did you not go into radio since that's what you went to school for? And he said, because radio is white-collar migrant labor. And for the most part, that's exactly what it is. When you're on the air, the way that it usually works, you go to a town, you get a job, you're a novelty for a while. The program director forces a format on you that sucks, makes you do things that suck. Your ratings slip. You get fired. The program director blames it all on you, so you get fired and he doesn't. And so you have to pack up your suitcases and go find another town and repeat the process all over again. To be able to stay in one town, to be able to fight those influences that want to destroy your show and keep the attention for as long as he has, that's an accomplishment. And feel better, Neil, so that I don't have to do this again tomorrow. Good God. So what are there 2 games over here? Penn State and FSU, and then, I see, the post-game show. See, because they got FedEx Orange Bowl in front of everything. So let's just say FedEx. Pre-game show, then the bowl, and then the post-game show around midnight-ish. And that's what we have going on today. Big doings here on WQAM. QAM, hello.
I want...
QAM, hello.
Yeah,
boy. Yeah. Let's repeat the show all over again today, the same show we had yesterday, including all the cranks. We only had 2, right? We had the Gargler and then Ron like 30 times. By the way, Ron, don't take this the wrong way unless you want to. I mean, you might be mildly amusing every once in a while, but you're a bad person. We hate you, and if you died, I would have a party. All right? If we heard that you died, I would throw a party, Josh. You're invited.
Okay.
I don't often throw parties. Big pain in the ass, big mess, big expense. I
know.
Throw a bash. Oh, you just had one? You just went through that? Oh, the girlfriend. You said
yeah,
that's
not too bad. I mean, you know, the floor always gets a little marked up.
It's not messy unless it was a good party.
Nothing broke.
How about puke?
And nothing was taken, and nobody puked.
No vomit in the house?
No vomit.
That's because I wasn't there. QAM, hello. Oh, let me push the button this time. QAM, hello.
Hey, George, hello.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, I finally saw that show last night. Speaking of Flavor Flav.
Oh, good God. And you lived to tell about it? What a whore fest.
No, I watched it for
Not the Mint Bar, not Club Rolex. Not since then have you seen a lineup like that.
No, it was I watched probably about a 2 whole minute. Yeah. About 2 whole minutes. The funniest thing at the Clear Blue the other day, I have to share this with everybody.
Please.
My son, who is a regular listener with me, only 6 years old, so he listens to everything. Neo, everything.
Right.
Way to go. Okay.
Here's one for him.
Caca.
There you go. Poo-poo. Are we not allowed to say that anymore?
No, so just don't.
Who?
Only Jim Mandiches.
Oh, okay. Anyways, the other day at the Clear Blue, my son decides to moon his mother and I and walk around the house going, door, 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 door. And I said, what are you doing? He goes, just like on the show, door, 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 door. And I was like, oh, my goodness. So just had to share that with you.
All the kids like that, by the way.
Yeah.
Our kids like it. Other people's kids. Doy, 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 doy.
Daddy, do the doy, doy. I said, doy, 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 doy.
It's a natural. I think Boca Brian missed his calling. He should be writing for a children's show. Like now that, hey, by the way, did we ever get any kind of a follow-up? We would love to, if anybody is in that area listening. A Skipper Chuck update? A Skipper update?
No.
A Chuck Zink update. We had that fax. I don't know if it was real or not. That he had a stroke and then another one. And he was not doing too well. I care way more about Chuck Zink than I do about Dick Clark. And I will give you my reasons. Please. Chuck Zink was part of my early childhood, formative years, English lessons in this country. We all learned English from the TV because our family was speaking Spanish. So you learned English from your friends at school and from the TV. But before school started, because I was 4, we would watch the TV shows, and I thought all the children's shows sucked. I thought, Mr. Rogers, there's no point to that. At all. It's just terminal.
Yeah, I never got that.
I never got it either. He's got the little train, the open, the little music, it starts, and it seems really pleasant, and then this really nebbishy guy comes on, which apparently he's not gay. It's one of those things. Like me, for example.
I don't believe it.
I don't know. And I just never got it, and I tried to watch that show, and I never got it. It seemed to me like I don't know, like a PBS talk show or something. It just had that kind of a real boring, droll atmosphere, and I hear nothing but wonderful things. He was a nice guy. He wrote that song.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Captain Kangaroo, every once in a while, it had its moments, like when they dropped the ping pong balls on the captain there, and Magic Drawing Board I got kind of a kick out of, but most of that show was just boring. And then there was the Skipper Chuck show, which was lively, vibrant, live studio audience, Scrubby the Clown. Attention gathering. He showed the Popeye cartoons. Just great stuff. So feel better, Chuck. Or, if not, then we love you. How's that? Some of us do.
Now tell me about Dick Clark.
What about Dick Clark? He made that appearance. Dick Clark was on Bandstand, and he was on Pyramid, and that's it. He was just one of these guys like so many guys. I don't understand the love and adulation about him, especially once we found out that he was into all those sweatshops. QAM, hello. Why am I taking calls, man? We're just going to be late for breaks all day. That's good. QAM, hello.
Hi. Listen, about a week or so ago, there was an article in the Palm Beach Post about Chuck Zink, and apparently he's in a hospice up at this end.
That's what I heard. No updates?
Just doing really poorly and doesn't really know who he is or where he's at. He's not really doing any media.
All right.
Have a good one anyway.
Thanks. I'll try.
Bye.
Yeah, that just breaks my heart. Oh, well. We all come to an end,
Yeah.
It's just a bummer. 10:29 on 560 QAM.
My Sharia law, secular Iraqis my Sharia law, now we can chop off women's heads. My Sharia law, thanks be to Bush, Islam is now restored. That's what Muslim clerics' hearts beat for. If you do not obey, you die. Saddam Hussein did not allow Islamic fight. He was not as insane as our friends from the moral right. My Sharia law procures our women slaves and whores. We snip their things so they cannot procreate no more. And they are not allowed to drive. La 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 la. La 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 la. Maybe someday, when no more women can be found, we'll be giddy and gay, with nothing but brown eyes to plow. My city alone, do what it but does choose to ignore. Bathe us in barbarian blood and gore, and corporate news will say everything's fine. La 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 la.
10:35, 560 QAM. Got a fax here from Anonymous Factor. It says, but their name says it on top. You know, initials KD. I doubt it's KD Lang. Sounds, I don't know, Indian, not American Indian. Ray, Chuck Heston. I think Neil used this. We know this already, but I'm just going to read this anyway because it's a fax and we need to kill some time today. I think Neil chose Chuck Heston because he was the president and spokesperson for the NRA, so support Heston equals support for the NRA? No kidding. I know that's what Neil was thinking. We talk about it all the time. Also, Heston's name is Chuck. Thank you. What would we do without the audience? Although I am glad for that Skipper Chuck update. Whistle a tune. What tune was that?
I don't know.
I dropped garbage on the floor, and I just wasn't going to leave it and kick it because then I forget about it. Oh, I got to change it. It's Mrs. Limbaugh on there. I can't stand the sight of her now.
The man I love needs to know I have sex for money.
Right there. That's exactly what I put it on. Right there. Just bang, bang. Wait. I'm sorry. That just sunk in what you just said.
Yes.
The man I love needs to know that I have sex for money. Well, that's, unless you work, that's everyone's wife. I work. Yeah, trade ya. I tell that to my wife all the time. Trade ya. I'll stay home and, do a little of this, a little of that, go to the store, take the kid to school, pick her up. I mean, she takes one, I take the other. Different schools. But I'll trade her. You go work, honey. You go deal with the traffic and then, co-workers, bosses.
All of these things.
Everything that it takes to bring home a check. And we do have a lot of female coworkers here, so obviously they're women who are career-minded and work too. I could have fallen in love with one of them. QAM, hello.
Oh, I just had a quick question. When is Neil coming back?
Well, he was supposed to be coming back today. Uh-oh.
Ah, I see.
But he's sick.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So maybe tomorrow, huh?
Look, we all hope. You, me, salespeople, everybody, the audience.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I ordered a chicken. We're going to be doing the sacrifice right after the show. Actually, if it gets here in time, we can do the sacrifice right here on the show.
I think that would be good.
And we'll bring in some dancers. QAM, hello. Uh-huh.
Hey, George.
Uh-huh.
You remember Scrubby and Skipper Chuck?
Yeah.
That was me.
Uh-huh. Okay. Now, yesterday we had what? We had 3 real calls.
All day.
Right, the entire time, which was fine because it was 3 hours. So we averaged 1 real call per hour. We had the Gargler once and Crazy Ron like 5 times. By the way, Ron, I'm very serious. There's no joking here. We hate you. I understand that you have mental problems. That doesn't hold any water with me. Mental problems, as far as I'm concerned, they don't excuse you. They condemn you. All right? Bad brains is bad brains. I don't care what the hell is going on up in your head or anyone else's head. Either you can behave like a normal person or you can't. All right? And that's the line. That's where I draw it. Either you can behave like a normal person and not bother other people, or you can't. All right? One side is the humans. The other side is chaff. All right? You don't even qualify as animal as far as I'm concerned. You're chaff. You're filth. You're sucking precious oxygen from the atmosphere and bothering people. It would be better if you did not live. QAM, hello.
George.
Yeah.
You still complaining?
QAM, hello. Hello.
George.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to tune in, but and hear about whether you touched on it. You know that dog and pony show they're putting on in Iraq about the baby that's sick and they're bringing it to the United States.
Look at what we're doing over here. By the way, did you see that chick? No wonder they wear burqas over there.
But you know, look at they're making a big giant thing out of it.
Look what we're doing. We're nice.
Yeah, exactly.
We
Dog and pony show people.
Think of how many babies we did blow up, first of all, and think of how many babies we could help, not just in Iraq, but all over the world if we were taking that $1 billion a week that we're spending blowing people
at home here.
Yeah, just think of how many we could save all of the world's babies if we were concentrating our efforts in that department as opposed to blowing things up.
Yep. Thank you, George. Have a good one.
All right, take it easy. And in case, you're tuning in for the first time, and, I'm not an anti-war kind of guy. I think it's a necessary thing that you have to do sometimes. But, when someone attacks you, not these nebulous connect the dots that there's no connection to take out people that you don't like personally who have something that you want. QAM, hello.
George, how you doing, buddy?
All right, what's up?
Good. How was your New Year's Eve?
Oh, it was boring and uneventful.
Very good.
Stayed home. I went to bed at 11:30.
Gotcha.
Right.
We did the old Spanish/American party where
you do the thing with the grapes?
Yeah. The grape thing was going around.
What's up with that?
Dude, I don't know. I'm Colombian American, and basically at around 12:01, some 80-year-old woman's passing out grapes and says you have to eat 12. And I've been doing that since I've been sick, and I never really quite questioned it, but I just did it.
You guys peel the grapes?
No.
My mom insisted that the grapes have to be peeled, and then at midnight she'd start popping them in her mouth one after another feverishly, like you have to do one grape per stroke of the clock, or like I don't know, the sky is going to fall in on you or something.
Yeah, it's like for every grape, it's for every month, it's for everything. That's
silly, superstitious crap.
Yeah.
Give me a chicken sacrifice any day of the week.
That's what I said. But the party went pretty good. I mean, we had the Latins dancing one side, and then all the Americans hanging out at the bar and getting drunk all night. So it was a good mix. You know what's good for me? I mean, I'm a guy that goes to bed at 10:30 every night, so I had to do something to keep myself up. So I was drinking Red Bull.
Okay. All right.
I was still, not that, but I did a little Red Bull, and I was up till about like 3:30 in the morning. The only one on the dance floor left.
Hey, we just discovered Sudafed over here on this show. So you don't have to have a cold to enjoy it.
Oh, really? I'll have to pick that up.
I'll keep you up at night.
Hey, buddy, have a happy New Year, man.
Have several.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Here's the facts. George, I agree with you about Chuck Zink. He was great on the Skipper Chuck show. I was saddened to hear that he's not doing well. On another note, the show that helped me learn English as a little kid was Sesame Street. Well, yeah, obviously. Not just foreign children.
You might hear
domestic
some of that
children.
at like the 12 o'clock hour.
You might. A lot in the 1 o'clock hour. Sesame Street, we all learned English, whether you were born here or not. And, your ABCs, obviously. I watched every day and made a big difference in my learning of the English language. To me, it was the best children's show because there was no, it was so entertaining while being educational. We're having a revival in our house right now with the 3-year-old.
Well, she watches Sesame Street, right?
Yeah. I mean, not as much now as she used to. Now, here's the sad thing. And, one of these days, if you ever have kids, write this down. Now, teaching them how to change the TV is a mixed blessing. How to put it on whatever channel they want, that's a mixed blessing. The good part is you don't have to do it. You don't have to get up for what you're doing to go over there and put the TV on what the child wants. The bad news is they discover all kinds of shows you don't want them to discover.
Of course.
Like Barney.
Oh,
yeah. Now, we did such a great job keeping Barney out of our house for child one. Perfect job. Now, this one discovered Barney by herself. We had our backs turned. And now Barney is in our house. The devil himself, the purple devil, is in our house. Speaking of stupid children's shows. And we can talk about that, not for a poll or something, but there are so many children's shows out there. Some are very good, like Sesame Street, Electric Company, which is coming back out. I'm going to buy the DVDs, lay them on the kid. Especially now that I realized that after that 60 Minutes episode that Morgan Freeman was the easy reader. I had no idea. That's funny. But some children's shows, and I know, we're going to get people arguing about this whole thing. What's wrong with Barney? Barney's great. It makes the kids happy. Teaches. Okay, all right, granted. It's stupid.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, I know. And here's the thing about the kids. Kids don't really know. As long as there's bright colors and things like that. Although you'd be surprised how discerning they can be. And I just, Barney, drives me nuts. How can you even put that up there? Here's another good one before we take the break that we're very late for. I don't know if a lot of people know about this. Jack's Big Music Show is a big favorite. I like it. I actually like watching it. They have good musical guests.
I don't know if I know what that is.
Children's shows. You don't. All right, let me, you've seen Sesame Street.
Of course.
Probably not recently.
No.
Are you familiar with Baby Bear? Baby Bear, the Baby Bear character. There are 3 bears on there now. Baby Bear is like a prominent figure these days.
I'm not.
The guy who does the voice for Baby Bear is the creative mind behind Jack's Big Music Show, and they have big-name children's musical guests on there, and they actually play good songs, and they do music, and the kids like, well, what kid doesn't like music? It's very, like, nobody talks about it, I guess, unless you have toddlers, but it's great. It's phenomenal. You can actually watch this show, and by you, I mean an adult can watch this show and not, be
hating life?
Yeah, be hating life. And it's very Jew-friendly. Just so you know. Well, the guy that does it is Jewish, and he throws it in every chance he gets. Like Baby Bear, for example, on Sesame Street, their family is Jewish. So, if you have Jewish children and you want, a show that's like weaving in Judaism, in subtle ways wherever possible, this is one too.
Well, thank you.
Great show. 15 till 11 on 560 QAM.
Hey guys, want to give her a gift that keeps on giving? Give her the new Barney talking Dildosaur. Yes, with the power of 6 D-size batteries, your purple-colored Dildosaur comes to life with over a zillion different sayings. Are you horny again? Pandasaurgasm. Are you about to get off? Oh, baby, that feels good. I'm your stud. It's the vibrator that'll have her moaning a familiar tune. New from Psycho, it's the new talking Barney Dildosaur. It's the dildo that really does love you when nobody else will. I love you. Let's do it again.
Wow. 9 till 11, 560 QAM. I can't stand it. And don't tell me, did you give it a chance? Yeah.
I see what you mean.
What?
I couldn't listen to a Dildosaur all day.
Oh. It's just brutal. It's like, you want to be a good parent. You want to let your child watch some things that are going to influence them in a positive kind of way, right? It feels to me like this is dumbing the child down. This is getting the child into stupid crap. Because just because it's animated, and just because it's a puppet, and just because it's a guy in a fuzzy suit, yes, that does mean that the children, it'll catch their eye and they'll want to watch it, but that doesn't mean that it's something that they should want to watch, that it's something that they're going to be into. I really miss that Skipper Chuck show the more I think about it, and why don't they have something like that anymore? This used to be such a town for local programming. That was a local show. I had a friend, maybe 2, in school down here that had gone on the show, and we're all talking about it and showing the prizes that they got, and they were like gods to us, Ooh, you were in the Skipper Chuck Peanut Gallery. Ooh. Phenomenal. Thank you, Howies. Thank you so very much. It's like fast.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that used to be a credit union downstairs. It's wide open, man. They got a drive-through. Think about it. It could be a drive-through, like, Boston Market just has the drive-through window for pickup. So you call your order in, then just swing through and pick it up.
Plus, it's bigger than Howie's is
It's
now.
totally big. You could actually have some sit-down seating. I mean, all you got to do is just bring the kitchen over here and hire some more waiters and stuff. And then we'll we'll build a dumbwaiter right down into the kitchen. What do you think?
I like it.
It could be either right inside the studio or right out over here. Just save the time. Save the wear and tear on the elevator.
I'm telling you.
Think of how many trips
We'll
a day.
come down on a break. I'll come down and get my breakfast. It'll be great.
Oh, look what I found. I'm trying to find the theme song for Jack's Big Music Show.
Oh, okay. This isn't it?
Along with our band?
This is the back.
Wow.
The back beat.
Click me.
To do what? That's Mel.
Right
Mel's
you
the
are,
dog.
Mel. You want?
Click on me to play some rock and roll.
Ready
Nice
to play
website.
along with our band?
I'm good to go with this.
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna click
Let's
on
rock
Jack
this
and see where
clubhouse.
Jack takes me. I'm trying to find the guy's name because I want to give him credit. The guy that that does the show. QAM, hello.
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 George.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
All right, how are you?
Listen, good. I actually attended the Chuck show when I was 7 years old.
You are my God.
Cuban refugee, bro. A year after I came here, my aunt had some connections. She's got me tickets.
And we all loved it, man. We had all kinds of refs in my school, and we loved Skipper Chuck.
Scrubby and Balloon Drop Time.
You know it. The Popeye tunes.
What was the name of that fairy character that used to come out the window? Remember?
Yeah. It'll come to me. Somebody will call up before I remember. This is what drugs will do to you.
I know. Anyway, real quick.
Was it? No, it wasn't Clarabelle. That's
Scrubby. No, Scrubby was the guy.
No, Scrubby
anyway,
was the guy, but
right.
I called in. They had a telethon. They had a telethon to raise money for, I don't know, something muscular dystrophy. Who the hell knows? And I called in to pledge money, and I got Scrubby.
No way.
Cool.
Listen, real quick, talking about Barney and all that stuff. I restarted my child-bearing thing again after 4 teenagers 4 years ago.
I'm sorry.
I know. So you more or less know what I'm going through. You're going through the same thing.
Living a nightmare.
Yeah.
Wondering if life is worth living. Hoping that you die in your sleep. I don't know.
Barney, Sesame Street, but there's one that, and I don't know if you have Noggin on your cable system or whatever you have. You go and check it out right now. It's a penguin. His name is Pingu.
I beg your pardon. Can we say that on the air anymore?
Hey, go to the website right now, bbcpingu.com, and it's a penguin. Listen, real quick. About 2 weeks ago, I had relatives over.
Is that P-I-N-G-U?
P-I-N-G-U. I swear to God. Listen, real quick. And it comes out, and my 4-year-old starts screaming, Papi, Pingu, Pingu. And these old Cuban ladies just went nuts, bro.
Play with me, Sesame. Play with me, Sesame.
I'm on the website. I'm going to go look for Pingu.
Look for Pingu, bro.
It'll be the first time in my life, all right?
Take care.
All right, take it easy. All right. I don't know what to make of that, but we'll check it out during the break. Give you a full report when we get back. QAM, hello.
Hi, George.
QAM, hello. Hello.
George.
QAM, hello.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Amen.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Rock on.
Peace, love, and happiness. Peace, love, and happiness. All right.
That's it. Maybe that was Scrubby right there. 4 till 11 on 560 QAM.
Up and in the time machine, won't you come along and dream? Here's the golden record from WQAM right now.
All my exes are infected. They all got something gross from making love to me. All my exes are infected, and that's why I'm a walking STD. Now Kelly gave me something smelly. I knew I should have worn that hat. And Sweet Eileen's got something green. It's growing on her pussy. Cat Susie gave me something oozy. Now it burns me when I pee. I must have missed the sores in Sarah's drawers. Man, she really grew on me. All my exes are infected. A rainbow rash came from her gash, and now it's on me. Now my exes are infected, and that's why I'm a walking STD. Now Crystal dirtied up my pistol with a funky fungus rash. I took a trip to Sally's Valley, even though it stunk like trash. Well, Jessie, she had something messy. It was dripping down below. And now I take a piece of her with me everywhere I go. All my exes are infected. They all got something gross and passed it on to me. All my exes are infected. talking STD.
11:02, 560 QAM. Play that long song because I wanted to get into some of this chili. They got here fast because the chili's still nuclear.
Excellent.
You know what I mean? Normally, because we've had it from there before. Normally, it's cooled down just enough, you know, like Goldilocks with the porridge, just right that you can start eating it right away. I got me a blister now on the roof of my tongue.
Ooh.
It's my own damn fault.
Careful.
I could have been careful, but obviously I'm not. We all know that story. I looked it up. This Pingu business.
And what do you got?
The real deal, man. That's a penguin.
Pingu.
That's his name, Pingu. And I don't know what kind of adventures Pingu has, but if he has a show, and I assume it's a male with that name. If he has a show, we'll check it out. The guy says it's good. We'll check it out, and you know it can't be worse than Barney.
Check out his Pingu.
You know, there's only so many hours in the day to watch TV, so maybe if we're lucky, this is on at the same time as Barney on some other station somewhere. Now she's still young enough to fool, you know, with videotapes and stuff like that. If we get something going, she'll just keep watching the tape or the DVD and blow right past Barney time. But if we've left her alone to her own devices there, then, you know, one show will end and she'll go flipping. And that's not good. Another thing that are good, if a thing that are good, since we're talking about educating children, I might as well speak proper English, is the Baby Einstein, Baby Van Gogh, all that stuff series of tapes and DVDs. It's a lot of weird, it's weird. It's just kind of images of colorful things going by, like colorful little toys walking by with music playing and the numbers floating around and things like that. Already I got to do that? I didn't have a chance to proofread that thing yet. QAM, hello.
George.
Yeah.
What's up, dude? What was your review of the Flavor Flav show?
Oh, I don't think I'm going to be watching it again.
When is it on?
I don't know. It's on right after Celebrity Fit Club, but we'll be surfing at that point. It's a nasty lineup of hooches.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Now, remember that show, Wayne Chancellor and Toby the Robot?
Yeah, the Sunday Funnies.
Was that what it's called, the Sunday Funnies?
It was called the Sunday Funnies, and Wayne Chandler would read, or at least try to read, some of the Sunday Funnies with Toby the Robot, you know, interrupting and messing with him. Toby the Robot, of course, made out of a garbage can and other spare parts.
Now that takes me back, dude. All right, buddy.
You bet.
See you.
It was great. Great fun. Now, the only thing that pissed me off about the Sunday Funnies is he didn't read all of them. And that really horked me off, because we couldn't afford no Sunday paper.
Now, I want to tell you, because you watched Celebrity Fit Club.
Right.
Okay. Last night, there was a show on called I Am the Biggest Loser.
I saw a little bit of that.
Now, that is amazing.
Mm-hmm. They do some things. By the way, these shows, forget the title reality show for a minute. It's just a game show.
Sure.
That's more drawn out.
Right.
How's that? A longer-lasting game show.
I mean, those people were having some serious weight, like losing like 150 pounds in like 3 months.
And it kind of makes me feel good. You know about all my issues, and I won't bore you by going through it again. Just fat people keep dying on me. You know, as soon as I become emotionally attached, they go falling right over, which is what fat people do.
Now, why aren't the Celebrity Fit Club people on that plan?
Well, because they're celebrities, and you got to coddle your celebrity. As a matter of fact, like we've seen the previews of Jeff Conaway's Flip Out and Gary Busey's, we saw that whole thing. Even washed-up has-beens have an ego, apparently.
You gotta have something, right?
I guess, besides a suitcase full of pills, Jeff Conaway, they have to be coddled, so there's only so much you can get them to do. I don't know if you've actually ever paid attention to the Celebrity Fit Club stuff, the goals that they set for them, like next week, but for next week we want you to lose 4 pounds. Have you not watched that? And this is what they're telling someone who's like 100 pounds overweight.
Yeah, it's not going to do it.
Well, that's it. I mean,
4
talking
pounds
about modest
in a
goals is like 4 pounds. You take dumps that are bigger than that. I know that fat ass does. It's a good thing that Balance for Life is coming back on board. I mean, I'm not starting the spot right now. I'm teasing it, as we say in the industry. Since we're talking about all this stuff that's going on, that's kind of a lot like what they do on there, on the shows that we're talking about.
Right.
It's not so much a diet where, I mean, it is, but it's more like a lifestyle change kind of thing. It's not like we're just going to keep you from eating like a pig. It's we're going to teach you how to eat right, which is what they always say, which, of course, we could all stand to do that. I'm shopping for water this morning.
Yeah. And you got some.
I did, and I took a stroll through the granola aisle. That's what I call it. The granola aisle, all the healthy, natural stuff, and I bought some. You know, I normally buy, as you know, those kudos. I like to keep a box of kudos in here just in case. I don't know how things get hung up or something. Yeah. This time I bought a box of granola bars, Josh. And I looked at some of those diet bars and things like that. For one thing, they're all expensive as hell.
Really?
Really. Like over $1 per bar. Like $1.50, sometimes close to $2 per bar. All right? And when have you had one that was good? You know, what's worse than spending $1 for a bar? Spending $1 for a bar that you take one bite out of, you go, oh,
I'm all set, thanks.
And then you throw it in the garbage. QAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Georgie.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever seen A Backyardigans?
Have I ever seen what now?
A Backyardigans.
A backyard?
No, it's called The Backyardigans.
The Backyardia, no, never heard of it.
And it's for your toddler. And you haven't seen that?
No.
Dude, it's a trip. I sat there and watched that stuff with my kids for like hours and hours.
No, is it trippier than Booba?
No, not that bad.
I was going to say, well, nothing's trippier than Booba. That 200 Motels by Frank Zappa movie isn't trippier than Booba.
No, man, I haven't seen that.
Oh, God. No drugs required.
Oh, I'm sure.
You watch it, you'll feel like you
are.
Sounds
like it.
That's it.
But, yeah, man, check out the Backyardigans, man.
All right.
All right?
Booba, among other things, consists of 4 dancing characters, shall we call them? It's obviously dudes in suits or children in suits or something like that. But they look like fat men's members on a cold day. Uncircumcised fat men's members on a cold day. That's what they look like. Their heads kind of retract and they pop back out. Something to see. QAM, hello.
Hey, how's it going? I just tuned in and heard you guys talking about these kiddie shows.
Yeah.
There was something in the 70s I used to watch on Channel 10. I think it was called Arthur and Company. I don't know if
Arthur
it was
and
local.
Company, absolutely.
I don't know if it was local or not, but that was a good show.
I don't know. It was just fine. It was a little bit mild, but still okay. It was like a puppet. It was like a 2-hand puppet, one for the mouth, and another one was a real human hand. Arthur and Company. I saw, and I don't remember where it was. It was on one of these, either like TV Land or something like that, or a documentary where they were flashing back on that show. And you're right.
Oh, really?
It was not bad at all.
Wow. Okay. Thanks a lot, man.
Take it easy. QAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Hi, George.
5670560 in Dayton Broward, pound 560 is free if you have Singular or Verizon Wireless. 877-785-6345 is toll free everywhere else. QAM, hello.
George.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Fine, how are you? I just discovered Pingu.
Hey, my ex-wife was on.
You have an ex-wife?
Yeah.
Lucky guy.
It's a good thing, but I got a new one too. So.
How do you do that? Explain that to me. We always talk about this.
Well, the first wife, didn't have any kids and always wanted to have children. So.
Okay, I see. All right.
And once I had the 2 children with the wife I have now, I shut the factory down. So.
I see. Good plan.
Yeah, no more children. I got a little boy.
People
and a
who tell me that their second marriage or something like that.
Right.
That sounds. Here's what I hear. Here's what I hear when I hear stuff like that. So I put my hand in the garbage disposal and munched it up all the way to my elbow, and it really hurt. So then I took the other hand, put it in the garbage disposal.
Well,
follow?
it was one of those things where I did want children growing up. So
I see. That's all right. You don't have to get married to have children.
Yeah, I know. But
hell, you could even be active. You could be not married and actively not trying to have children, and still.
Yeah, but you know how you go through life and you realize things as you get older. Well, I didn't realize that until now. But my ex-wife was, I was born and raised down here too, lived here my whole life, and I watched Skipper Chuck, and she was on it, and I asked her, I said, hey, was that Sugar Daddy real? Remember that giant Sugar Daddy?
I know, the one that they would bring out, it was like...
I mean, he's like, how would you eat that thing, man? I mean, she said it was real. It was this
Yeah, I remember that. I got a giant Sugar Daddy.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, that was killer.
The thing was as big as a surfboard.
Right, as we were growing up, and like we were still going to high school, it would be on.
But I'm not exaggerating, Josh. I mean, the people would come out with it. It looked like they were carrying a door.
3 foot long, man.
Yeah.
And then watch my favorite cartoon on that show was That Thing. It was the coolest show,
man. That thing. Where the hell did that thing go?
That Thing.
That thing. It didn't make any sense, but he had the bulletproof cape, right? Bulletproof wings.
Oh,
breaking up. There we go. Just when we're getting into it. That's fine because we're up for the break. Time to talk about Balance for Life. I haven't proofread the copy, but I don't have to because these are people that have been with us for a long time. They leave, they come back. They know where to get results over here. And now you need to know where to get results, and that's over there with them, Balance for Life. It goes like this, just like what we were talking about, how they do the celebrities and these other people on these shows. It's not about not eating. It's about eating the right things, and that's what Balance for Life does. It's based on the Zone diet, and what they do is they will package up your day's meals in a nice little cooler bag that they deliver to your door by 6 a.m. every morning. You get the bag, you eat the breakfast, you put the rest in the refrigerator, the dinner and everything like that. You take lunch and the snacks with you on the road. They got an ice pack or two in there to keep it all very cold, including a bottle of water, all the utensils, everything you need. And as you're out on the road, before lunchtime, you have your in-between breakfast and lunch snack. Then you have your lunch, which is a full-on lunch. We're talking meat, side dishes, everything. And then in the afternoon on your way home or whatever, 3-ish or something like that, or whenever you're feeling peckish, you have your afternoon snacks. The snacks are substantial because it's about keeping your blood sugar level nice and even, which is the best way to be. Not like we do it, Josh. Or we just pig out, have one giant meal, eat like snakes. That's not only is it not healthy, but it also interferes with your weight loss system. So why don't you do what smart people have been doing for a long time and give them a call at 866-225-4543. That's 866-225. Let me get it right. He wrote it down weird. Why don't you just write the number normal, Troy, whichever Troy wrote this. By the way, he's a good guy. You partied with Troy, didn't you?
I've hung out with him, yeah, at the game.
That's right. He's a
good dude.
Very good guy. His hair is always done like to a T, isn't it? Like that man's hair is styled. Sorry, Troy. How you doing?
He greases up.
He's GQ. 866-222. 22? What kind of a name is that for a dog? 866-225-4543. I'm gonna have to rewrite this copy. 866-225-4543, or check them out at balanceforlife.com.
Eva went from soap operas to prime time. Not very talented, but she's so sexy it's a crime. Now you see her everywhere, Maxim parties and on SNL. When you see her, she's half naked in her commercials for L'Oreal. The other girls are jealous. Have you heard the things they said? Terry Hatcher wants her dead. Eva Longoria. Longoria. Everybody's calling, 'cause everybody wants you. All the other girls are falling, but she couldn't care less about all the rest, 'cause you think you're the best. Eva Longoria. Longoria. I think we got your number. Hey, what is the name of the agent that you've been laying under? And I bet you don't remember when you were a nobody. You get everything for free. Eva Longoria.
Man, that ends abruptly, and I'm not even done reading this article. Thank you, whoever sent this in. Excuse me. I just finished off that chili. Boy, it was good. Just what the doctor ordered.
Yes.
Clearing up my head. Not that it's stuffy, but I do got that same spot in my throat.
Still?
No, again. It had gone away.
Oh.
And it was gone for like 2 weeks.
That's not good.
No, it's not. Maybe I have mold here in the house. Although we never did hear. Remember we had mold inspector coming through here? We never did hear the eventual result of that. We had the mold sniffing dog.
Well, he hasn't been back.
I had never even heard of before.
Me neither.
How
I thought
cute
that was
that
cool.
dog. It was a beagle.
Yeah.
And he's walking around with the dog sniffing around, which always makes me nervous.
You know, and we were thinking, you know, they have some kind of machine that showed the mold.
Sure, a little mold meter,
Here comes in the little beagle.
Star Trek-y with a lot of lights, and maybe it beeps like the Ghostbusters ectoplasm detector. You know, little antennas come out the side.
Exactly.
Ridiculous crap that doesn't really do anything. We have a water tester in there. It's very similar to that. You could stick it into whatever you're drinking. There's that coffee?
Yeah.
Station coffee?
Yeah.
Ooh, how is it?
It works for me.
I mean, it works. Yeah, it's going to work, but like how fresh can it be? You know what they had in the motel room that works? You've probably seen these before. I had not. I know of their existence, but I had never actually had one available to me to use before. The individual coffee cup makers.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen them? They're in the motels.
Yeah.
You just stick the cup underneath. It's got a little cartridge.
Yeah.
One-use cartridge you stick in there. Press the button. You know,
Good
when
to
you
go.
pour your water in, and you get a little individual cup. The only problem was they give you 2 cups worth of that coffee, 1 regular and 1 decaf. That's not going to do it for me and the wife.
No.
We need a gallon of extra caffeinated each, just to give us the energy to drink that second gallon of caffeinated coffee so that we can get on with our day. So here's the story from Josie Lambeat's column from December 23rd, no less. So we're real behind. If I could stop burping, I'd be in business. His Skipper Chuck show delighted young South Florida TV audiences for more than 2 decades. I had no idea. But as Christmas nears, like I mentioned, this is from 2 days before Christmas, Chuck Zink sadly lives out his last hours near anonymity at a hospice by the sea in Boca. At Hospice by the Sea, sorry. Not a hospice by the sea. That's the name of the place. An old letter from comedian Jerry Lewis hangs overhead. On a nightstand are handwritten get-well notes and prayers from a few media friends, including former WPB television anchorman Bob Nichols and WJNA AM 640 talker Joyce Kaufman. I assume they worked together there for a while. I knew he was on there for a while. He had a show on the radio there. Zink's wife, Clarice.
Keep going.
All right. In ill health herself at 79, isn't able to visit for long. Oh. Now it's mostly silence for the 79-year-old man who built a 60-year TV and radio career on the loud laughter of children. Zink suffered a massive stroke on Monday. He likely won't recover. A nurse told Nichols late Wednesday that Zink is in and out of consciousness and has stopped being fed. It's really tragic, Nichols said, but he knew I was there because he squeezed my hand. With no children of his own, Zink helped raise thousands of others with his show on Miami's WTVJ Channel 4, surrounded with characters such as Ho-Ho the Clown and 50 Kids. Zink signed on at 7 a.m. every Wednesday with "Let's have a finger-snapping, hand-clapping time." Sorry, Skipper Chuck started in 1957. It ended in 1979 with Zink's trademark extended 3 fingers, peace, love, and happiness chant. It was a hippie days, Then Skipper moved to Boca and hawked Century Village, of course, we know, the senior living community, blah, blah, blah. The TV commercials announced on the Jackie Gleason Show, Miss USA pageants, and the Old Orange Bowl parades, hosted morning radio on WSBR AM 740, and big band era, and a big band era program on WJNA, and anchored the local feeds of the Jerry Lewis Labor Day Telethon for 35 years. He retired in September and suffered a first mild stroke within days, Nichols said. He loved what he did, Nichols added. He may have been stressed out over retiring. Okay, thank you, Josie Lembeat, whoever sent this in. I doubt he's listening to the radio, and if he's in and out of consciousness, it's too late. Let that be a lesson for you. We did try when we were doing the show one of these summers to put a call into him to talk to him, and our efforts weren't returned for whatever reason. Either our message didn't get to him, or he was too busy, or something like that. But we tried to have him on the show to talk to him. Maybe their management didn't want him talking on our station because he was working on another radio station or something. But I wanted to use the opportunity that I had to say, hey, you were a big part of my childhood, and thanks. And too late to get that across to him now. So we'll just send the feelings out to him, all right? Here you go, Chuck. You were a good guy, positive guy, happy, upbeat. You put on a good show for the kids. You did good stuff. And, I've missed you for a long time, for what it's worth. QAM, hello.
Hey, George. Way back when in the early 70s, I was lucky enough to be on the Skipper Chuck show.
See, I had 2 friends in Redland Elementary that went on that show, and they were just like, oh, can I touch you? I mean, they were my heroes.
Well, I won Super Stakes and won a motocross bike back in 72.
Ooh.
That was pretty cool. I remember that. But even way back before then, when I was a real little kid on Channel 10, they had a show called Banjo Billy and Captain Jack. Let's see how many people. Can you?
Yeah.
I had a chance to meet Banjo Billy about 20 years ago.
I like that. We every once in a while we'll get into these old South Florida shows, and it always makes me sad that we had all of this innovative stuff going on down here.
That we did.
And no one else had it. I would travel to other places. Like I visited my dad in L.A. when I was 9. They didn't have any local shows that were anywhere on par with what we had down here. And now what do we have?
We love you.
Oh, yeah. I'm not Skipper Chuck, I'll tell you.
I tell you, peace, love, and chicken wings.
Get me Scrubby the Clown, we'll see where we go.
I wonder what he's into these days.
I don't know. Maybe he'll call and tell us.
That's it.
Maybe he's not around anymore either.
Yeah, I heard he was somewhere down in Key West doing something strange.
What else would you do in Key West?
That's it.
Or someone strange.
That's it. See ya.
Take it easy. QAM, hello. Hello. It's this guy, the clever guy.
Whoops.
Hey. I guess I was wrong. Oops. Hello.
Did you see Jerry Springer today?
Did I see what now? My finger?
Jerry Springer?
Did I see Jerry Springer? We have it on right now.
Yeah, the fights are getting much better.
What?
The fights are getting much better. I don't think Joe Lieberman's watching anymore.
They've loosened the grips on the violence, I've noticed.
It's awesome, man.
All right.
Later.
I mean, it's still about as fake as you can get. The subjects that they come up with. You know, they just get a whole bunch of trashy people, and they say, all right, y'all are going to come on and fight. We'll make up what you're fighting about, you know, on the way there.
Just go with it.
Right. It's just going to be you and this guy fighting.
And your brother and this guy.
And once again, we do like the idea of this show. It's just that when me and Josh are producers of our version of the Jerry Springer Show, there'll be some decent-looking people fighting. Oh, speaking of that, I watched the Roller Girls, the roller derby show.
I watched like a little bit.
A little bit of it. It was mild.
Yeah.
It was not yeah.
It was okay.
I fell asleep.
Yeah, it was getting boring.
It was weak.
Maybe when there's a lot of the skating going on and you know.
Yeah, I don't know. We're late for the break, so we'll talk more about it afterwards. We'll try to kill an hour. As a matter of fact, talking about how boring that show was. 11:28 on 560 QAM.
Wow.
Wow, I was wondering what I was playing there. Let me try this again. Talk about turning on the wrong pot, and I didn't notice because it was playing music, Josh. One more try. All right. There we go.
You didn't know it. With this week's installment of Now See Here. Now see here. Pants are essential to a man's attire. Now, I got all kinds of things in my pants. Martians, dingleberries, and who knows what I'll find in there next. You know, many things have been said about my pants. I may not be wearing any now, but that's only cause in a flurry of excitement, I sold them. Who did more for pants? Fred Moitz or James Coco? Come on. And another thing, who did more for hygiene? Summer's Eve or Mr. Whipple? And I think you know the answer to that one. And while I'm on the subject of sports, who did more for the Dolphins' offense? Shlomo Rosenthal or Mr. Kitzel? Let me give you something else to put in your pink pipe to smoke. Who did more for Glade Mist bathroom spray? Jorge Fagadorn Rodriguez or Brian Dennehy? Huh? Come on. You know, you can insert the sound effects here. If Joyce would only die. Wait, where do you think you're going? You can't go nowhere. I'm not going.
Just like that. 11:33 on 560 QM. Got lots of faxes over here, Josh, including a story about New Zealand's government planning to put a tax on farm animals' flatulence.
What?
That's what the story says. They wouldn't make it up. From this Phantom Faxer, Sunday Star Times says that the proposed tax is designed to reduce the country's greenhouse gas emissions. All right, take this with a grain of fart, all right? Because, yeah, farm animals do produce farting, methane. They fart.
Okay.
I didn't know it was an issue. So here we go. Farmers would be taxed £1.20 for each sheep and around 18 pounds for each cow they own. The animal's flatulence produces methane gas, which, while their dung and urine produces nitrous oxide. All right. Over half of New Zealand's greenhouse gases comes from the country's 46 million sheep and 9 million dairy cows and beef cattle. Farmers are preparing to oppose the proposal, the paper reports. Okay.
I'd like to say something, but I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say. Like, are they going to be measuring it? I guess I'd know it's just a flat rate. Like, we figure that a cow produces so many farts, so many cubic centimeters. How do you measure farts? I mean, I'm talking about the volume, not the aroma, which is a completely different scale.
Maybe they have a little tiny fart Richter scale.
Maybe they stick a balloon up the cow's ass, right?
And when it blows up,
right? They take that. Then when it blows up, they take that balloon, right, and measure that. Measure the amount of methane in the fart, and then the same facts as I guess there's a FAQ about farts or something.
Really?
Like, if farts are mainly methane, and methane is odorless, what causes the smell? I didn't know methane was mainly odorless. We could use these questions over here to have a really deep and in-depth pseudo-intellectual discussion about farts. What else you got planned?
Let's do it.
All right, eventually. But first, here's this other facts, speaking about these kids shows. And I don't know how we got on that. Oh, yeah, the Skipper Chuck thing and Barney and all these things. Now, I don't know if you remember any of the kids shows that you liked, or if you've actually been stuck, like maybe babysitting a nephew or something like that. Or
I got little brother and sister.
So every once in a while, as an adult, you get stuck watching a kids show, and you can't help but have an opinion as you're watching it, like this sucks or this ain't so bad. That's usually how it works, right?
Right.
This sucks or this ain't so bad. I'm not having a miserable time watching this show.
Correct.
With Barney, I have a miserable time. It's just he offends me. He's an offensive beast. All right? And this facts where I had completely put this out of my mind. Growing up at the same time as you, and I liked Skipper Chuck, but what I wanted to rip my eyes out, guess what? Bad sense. But I wanted to rip my eyes out when guess what came on the TV, and they didn't name the show on the facts here. So I'll give you a clue. Freddy the Frog, Henrietta Hippo, and Professor Al. Of course, I remember that. It's the New Zoo Review coming right at you. That's the New Zoo Review coming right at you. That's as close to singing as I'm going to get on that thing.
It's fine.
Horrible, brutal. In the same vein as Barney, they had that producers think that if you put people in big foam rubber suits and have them dance around, that's a kid's show and kids are going to love it. And you know what? Kids are stupid. They're going to, whatever's on there, for the most part, they'll like it to one degree or another. They might like something better or less, but whatever. If it's some people dressed up like animals dancing around, it'll capture their attention and they'll watch it. But then what they're watching, if you've ever seen the show, is a whole lot of nothing. It's a lot of like life lessons kind of things, like little dilemmas and we have to solve a problem, preachy kind of stuff, life lesson stuff, things that kids hate. You know how adults hate being preached at? Well, everyone does, even kids. Horrible show. I hated that show. And while we're on the subject, and this is going to sound ironic, I don't like Winnie the Pooh. Or the show, or the movies, and I have no value for them, and I don't. And they all have problems, I know, and it's supposed to be teaching kids that everyone has their problems, and it's boring. It's not entertainment. I hate Pooh. I hate Winnie the Pooh. The only character that I like is Tigger, and here's the irony: the kid this year for Christmas got her starter bike with the training wheels on it and everything, and it's a Tigger bike. The reason that it's a Tigger bike is because they didn't have any other bikes there that fit the bill. We had bought like a little pink princess kind of a thing, and it was broken in the box, so we had to take it back. And it's a good thing, too, because it was just a chintzy. It didn't have real rubber wheels. It had these hard plastic pieces of crap. And so we took it back, and there was no other bike that I thought was adequate enough, like a real bicycle, except for the Tigger bike. And what I like best about it is that it's shaped like Tigger, and it's got the tail that comes out the back as a handle that you, the parent, can hold on to keep the child from falling over. So you don't have to just run bent over.
That's cool.
Teaching your kid how to ride a bike. And it's got the training wheels on it and everything, but when the wheels come off and you want to stabilize your child, and my method is I get on my rollerblade so that the child doesn't outrun me. I don't have to keep bending over. Or you either have to bend over to grab onto the bike, or you have to grab the kid by the shoulders or something, and that's a big thing. This thing, it's got a tail, and I'm thinking, this will be great. I can keep the child upright from falling over, and guess what? She can't stand the tail effect. I have to take the tail off. The tail violates it, offends her sensibilities. It shouldn't belong there. It's this big handle sticking up out the back. Doesn't look bad to me. Guess what? Looks bad to her. So
That's what it's
outside
all
of
about.
Tigger, and here's the thing, outside of Tigger, because you've seen Winnie the Pooh.
Sure.
Tigger's the only one that's positive on that show. Tigger's happy. Tigger's bouncing around all the time. All right, let me turn the pot on.
Jesus Christ.
That's the wonderful thing about Tigger. And Tigger's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Because he's having a good time. Nobody else on that tune is. Winnie the Pooh is depressing. You want to slash your wrists, right?
It is a very depressing show.
It's a very depressing show. Christopher Robin, the 100-Acre Wood. Hey, right here, Christopher Robin, and your 100-Acre Wood. It's a boring, slow, droll, ponderous. Let's not even talk about Eeyore. How can you watch a segment with Eeyore and not want to commit suicide? QAM, hello.
Hey, George. How you doing today?
What's up? All right.
I'm also a native of Miami, and I got a couple of stories to tell you. When Skipper Chuck's Popeye Playhouse started back in the late 50s on WTVJ Channel 4, Royal Castle was one of their original sponsors.
Yes, they were.
And the story goes, back then Royal Castle did not allow blacks or Afro-Americans to sit at the counter. So
really?
So they were after that, Skipper Chuck said, no, I'm not using you as a sponsor anymore, and then they got on with Burger King. And, yeah, so for a while they were using Royal Castle, and then they said, well, if you're not going to allow blacks, we're not going to sit at the counter, we're not going to use you as a sponsor. I remember...
They must have come back then, because I remember their ads.
Yeah, and they used to have, Chuck used to have a contest with the kids where they had to, he'd line up 3 kids, and they all had a Whopper in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
And, you're watching this at 7:15 in the morning while you're having your cornflakes.
Right.
Because the show was taped the afternoon before.
That's right.
And the contest would go, whoever ate the most or devoured the most of their Whopper in 60 seconds, I guess would win a free meal at Burger King,
Yeah, you get more.
Exactly. I specifically remember that. And I was also on the Banjo Billy show when I was in kindergarten back in 62
you
or 63.
had good parents, man. My parents sucked. Well, when I had some, they sucked.
What was that?
You had parents that took you to things, that got you involved in stuff. Like, I do all that for my kids, but I got shut out.
Well, times were different back then. I mean, it was really the school that said, hey, we're going on the Banjo Billy show.
I see.
But one observation I remember when I was on that show, that his sidekick, Captain Jack, was constantly rubbing his nose. Now, I don't know what that meant. But years later, I was with my family at the Miami Seaquarium, and I was still like a teenager, and I saw Captain Jack there with his family, and it's like, wow, he's a real person, too. He goes out and he does things, and he's still rubbing his nose, I don't know, maybe he was doing the right stuff or something.
I don't know. Maybe he just had, allergies.
Yeah, but...
got a lot of pollen here in Florida.
Yeah, but I read that information you just read about Skipper Chuck on the Internet last night, and it's really a shame.
Yeah, it is a shame.
He was really a good guy.
He was, and all things come to an end, and it's just sad when it does.
Yeah, and originally, when he started out at WTVJ back in 55, he did news, weather, and sports in the morning, with all the old-timers. So he did the whole gambit at Channel 4 before he went on to do his Skipper Chuck's Popeye Playhouse.
It's good to know.
Okay,
all right.
Thanks for the information.
No,
Bye-bye.
not at all. We live to serve. 17 before noon on 560 WQAM. Well, you mean to kill some more time? I can hum a tune. I could play the Manamana song.
My Name is Earl comes a new comedy about a man who's cleansing his karma one mistake at a time. It's My Name is George.
Attention, troops. Sorry about the war. Cross that one off the list.
My Name is George. He's putting his past in the past.
People of New Orleans. My bad. My bad.
The biggest mistake of all would be to miss My Name is George.
Somebody get me Harriet Myers on the phone.
There are such things as roving wiretaps. Now, by the way, anytime you hear the United States government talking about wiretap, a wiretap requires a court order. Nothing has changed, by the way. When we're talking about chasing down terrorists, we're talking about getting a court order before we do so. It's important for our fellow citizens to understand, when you think Patriot Act, constitutional guarantees are in place when it comes to doing what is necessary to protect our homeland, because we value the Constitution.
Sure you do. Well, pick it up during the next break, Miguel. I don't know what this is. Koala Brothers? This is what this is? I mean, it's slow loading now. Is this actually going to give me the song or just give me the ability to play it? Well, we'll get back to that. Let me turn the pot off because it's going to surprise me. And answer that phone already, for crying out loud. 567-0560 in Dade and Broward. Pound 560 is a free call on your mobile phone if you're lucky enough to have Singular or Verizon wireless services. 877-785-6345. While we're on the subject, and this actually had something to do with, when I was stranded in Orlando and looking for things to do, the first thing that popped into my head was Disney World. Of course. And almost as quickly it popped right out of my head.
Yeah, because then you remembered how much it costs to go there.
I remembered how much it costs to go there, how before I take the child there, I want her to be old enough, 4 at the very least, but maybe 5 or 6 would be ideal, to actually be able to have the energy to make it through. Because I remember, we've all gone 100 times? Or something like that.
It's been my fair share.
I also remembered that it's not that big a deal. What? I'm not done sacrileging.
You gotta go.
I'm going to sacrilege all over the place here.
Yes, you are.
I'm
already done it.
I'm just scratching the surface of Disney. Now, we like their movies and everything, but I'm thinking as I'm going through, the child's got to be old enough to appreciate, the Peter Pan ride and all this, and please let somebody else take her through that It's a Small World thing.
Oh.
I don't think I can't take that.
Well, here's something you can do that I did.
No, I haven't done it on acid, but I'm sure I would kill myself if I did.
Listen, you can jump off the boat.
Yes, I know.
I've done it, and I went out the exit door.
Listen, I've heard those stories. Oh, you're that guy. You're the guy that I heard the story about. You're my hero. You and the guy that got the giant Baby Ruth on Skipper.
I actually jumped off the boat, got on, hid behind everything, and when my buddies came around again, I hopped back on.
I wanted to do that. I wanted to do that at the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Because you know how the
you'd
Pirates
have to get
drinking?
Yeah, but you'd have to dive in.
There was a spot.
No.
There was a spot where it goes right by, and as a matter of fact, if you look around the corner of that spot, you can see the secret door.
Really?
The seam for the secret door. And I thought, I want to see what's back there. They probably have cyborg Terminators back there to kill you. Knowing Disney. Animatronic guards. The pirates that are only half made up.
I'm thinking you should try it next time.
Okay, it's going to be a while before I do. And here's what got me into this train of thought as I was eliminating Disney from my list of things to do. Warner Brothers cartoons. Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig. We all grew up watching them, right?
Of course.
They're funny.
Yes.
Right? Think about this really hard. When, if ever, did Mickey Mouse ever make you laugh?
I don't have to. Mickey Mouse wasn't...
Wasn't what?
He
Anything?
wasn't... Yeah.
Anything.
There was no comedy
He was
there.
in Fantasia as a character, but it could have been a duck, it could have been a penguin, it could have been Pingu, it could have been anybody in that episode of Fantasia with the Wizard and the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
I mean, I do remember when I was a small child, I do remember watching Mickey Mouse, but yeah.
So do I.
As far as comedy or anything of that
We're
nature?
just supposed to like Mickey Mouse just because he's a mouse and he's cute. That's it.
Well, he's
like him.
The spokesperson for Disney.
I know, but as opposed to the other stuff that you like for a reason, we like Mickey for no reason at all. What? When did Mickey make you laugh besides this?
While spending the remainder
I'm sorry.
of your golden years.
There you go. That's why I'm an amateur.
Eisner?
Besides that, outside of the comedy bits that we make of Mickey Mouse, when did any Disney product that...
I happen to agree. I happen to totally agree
And I
with
was
that.
thinking about that, and I'm thinking, all right. Now, don't get rash now, George. What about the other Disney movies? What about the other characters? You saw some Goofy movies and you laughed when you were a kid. Okay. All right. I'll give you that. I saw some Goofy movies when I was a kid and some Donald Duck movies when I was a kid, and I laughed. Little Mermaid was great. No, I'm not talking about those Disney movies. I'm not talking about Aladdin.
Like Disney, well, those
Talking
are
about
Disney
those characters.
but-
This is their core.
Yeah.
When you go to Disney World, it's all about those tunes, right?
Correct.
We laughed at the Goofy movies, and we laughed at the Donald Duck movies for the same reason that we laughed at the Three Stooges. It was immature pratfall humor. There was no comedy other than things happened to them. They would run into something and go and make a sound effect, go the boing sound. Goofy would run into something like a wall, make a splat sound. His arms and legs would go in different directions, and because you're a stupid kid with no concept of humor outside of that, you laugh.
Sure.
Right?
Right.
The conclusion that I came to is that the Disney character cartoons are not funny at all.
I mean, At this point,
of course not. No, but there's nothing there even for the kids. Now think about it. You laughed at the Bugs Bunny cartoons when you were a kid, and if you saw it again right now, you'd laugh again.
Yeah, I don't mind Bugs Bunny at all.
No, we all have. They're different. They were made for adults. That's right, Miguel. That's the key word. They were made for adults. They had adult humor, and as you aged watching the cartoon, you would get more and more jokes. Like each time you watched it, you would get another joke and another joke, and it was something. It was almost like it was alive because it grew with you, or rather, you grew into it. But still, the Bugs Bunny cartoons and the Roadrunner, they have their pratfalls.
Roadrunner, by the way, one of my
humor.
personal favorites.
Right. They have their physical humor, and they have all that stuff, but then there's something there for adults, too. So you can take your kid to the movie. It's actual family fun. It's an actual family product that, like The Incredibles, for example, that everyone can enjoy, no matter what age they are. And that's by the way, Disney presents a Pixar.
I mean, you can't make a kid movie and all adults are going to like it. I mean, there's very few.
The Incredible. No, it's a tough thing. That's a narrow target, man. That's like hitting that exhaust pipe with your torpedo, Luke.
Yeah.
That's a very tough target to hit.
But Disney has been known to do it
with their other movies.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the characters. Mickey Mouse.
I agree. I totally agree.
First, number one, nothing to him. Nothing to see here. Move along. Nothing to see here. Not a smile. Never caused me to wrinkle a lip.
I won't argue.
All right? And Goofy and Donald, if it weren't for the fact that I was too immature to realize that I was just laughing at cartoons running into things.
No, I don't have, as far as kids go, I don't have a problem with them. I think that
as far as kids go, but I'm just, the point is, they suck. Quality-wise, they suck. No thought went into any of those products. The Disney movies that feature the Disney characters or the Disney shows that feature the Disney characters, they suck. They rot. Little Mermaid, of course, is great. Aladdin, all of those other movies, to one extent or another. Like Aladdin was good, Little Mermaid was good. Lion King, I hated the freaking Lion King. Oh, and I'm glad they got sued by the Kimba the White Lion people.
Is that right? They
awful,
did?
yeah.
I didn't know about that.
By the way, they stole the plot from King Lear and they stole all the images from Kimba the White Lion. That's, Lion King.
Oh.
But it's just, Disney can make good movies. That's not my point. The point is, Mickey, Donald, Goofy, the whole Disney cartoon family, they suck. They're not funny. The what? Yeah, they're original cartoons, and guess what? They suck. They're no Warner Brothers. QAM, hello. This is going to be a crank right here because we had every line flashing, and this is the last one. Hello? Thank you. 4 till 12 on All Disney Radio, WQAM.
Whoa. What are you calling over there? Ragged little...
1203 560 WQAM. I don't know why I did this to this paperclip, but if you have a crack pipe or a glass bong and you want to clean it out, here you go. Here's a nice, long, thin shaft of metal. I don't know why. I just sit here idle-handed, and I was listening to the Koala Brothers. I guess we got to check that out. Maybe I was just...
Koala Brothers?
Yeah, for the kid. Sure. For the children. You'll be in the position, maybe not your own child. You know, maybe it's one of these Murray situations where you think it's your own child or somebody else's child that you're pretty sure is somebody else's child.
Now, let me ask you, do you let the 3-year-old, is it 3?
She is
3 years old? Okay. Now, does she watch, I'm sure she doesn't get a lot of it, but does she watch The Simpsons?
Oh, we have it on, but remember I told you how we have several TVs in every room in our house?
Right.
That's the kind of family we are. This is going to sound just wrong, but oh well, it's the way we are. When we sit at the table, we have 2 TVs going, and she has one that she faces, and we have one that we face over there in that direction.
Nothing wrong with that.
Now, we have had The Simpsons on and everything like that, and she watches and acknowledges it, but it doesn't grab her. You know what I mean? Which means that she'll wander off and go into the bedroom and watch the TV in there or something, if it just happens to be independent family time. Normally, see, and this is something that it may happen to you, our living room has been converted into a romper room. This is what happens. So the area in front of the big TV, the real TV, has been taken over by her. It's just party land. The couches make a kind of elbow, sort of a enclosure there, and the padded floor, and you put the little things down on the floor so she doesn't split her head on the tile floor, and that's all taken over, man. That's romper room. We give it a wide berth.
I'll give you another show that I haven't seen in years, but I used to watch it with my little brother when he was really small. That I can't explain the success of. Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
You know what? And the 3-year-old likes it. Here's what attracts children to that, and that is and it used to be the one guy, now it's another guy. Just so you know.
Right. Okay.
They like, if you've ever seen those guys, they put the makeup on, a lot of light face, and then they highlight the dark parts so that their face is very prominent, and then they use a lot of facial expressions, and they talk the way that kids like to hear people talk. That's it, because they ain't getting nothing out of it. They repeat. It's supposed to be teaching the children how to solve problems. I don't see anything there. They just repeat, handy dandy, and then the kids say, notebook, and the kids say notebook. I'm like, okay, this is mindless. Yeah, it is. They have the children finish your sentence, and it's brutal to me when that thing's on. I was just looking up Jack's Big Music Show again, actually looking up some reviews. See, people who review things, why would an adult review something that's a child's product and review it from an adult's point of view? And this is what they're doing when they're reading the review. Oh, it's okay, but it's for kids. No kidding. It's for kids. You idiots. People are like, it got 3 out of 5 stars. As far as a show that's for kids, it deserves 5 out of 5 stars because it's got everything that you would want it to have. It holds your child's attention. That's the first thing, so that you can, sit down, maybe have a drink of soda. I'm talking about. People who have 3-year-olds, they know what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, good, something is engaging the child for 5 minutes. I can take a dump. I can do something. So that's the most important thing, is that it holds the child's attention, and also that they're actually getting something out of it. And since it's a music show, it's supposed to teach the child about music. It does that. It introduces instruments. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is a tuba, this is that. Has songs about the instruments. It has all kinds of interactive songs to get your child off their ass and dance around and jump along to the part of her romper room ensemble is one of these, it's called a jumpoline. It's a trampoline, like with a handle that they can hang on to. Yeah, I have a trampoline in my living room, Josh. That's what I got. It's my living room. And it's great, and the songs are all good, and they're actually musically good. Not this stupid, I love you, you love me, which, by the way, is the Jesus Loves You song, but don't confuse the Barney people that. I'm sure the fundamentalists are really upset about it. But it's a quality show. The music videos, for lack of a better term, that they have when they cut away to a musical guest are fun and well filmed for children and great. And David Rudman, I looked the guy's name up. David Rudman, he's the voice of Baby Bear. He's been a Muppeteer for a very long time. He was one of the animatronic artists on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Hey,
I just looked up his bio.
I was a big fan in the day.
So were we.
Okay.
You hear me? I thought we had this conversation about the Turtles and Casey Jones and everything. The
I watched that movie. It was like my homework.
The first movie, it was funny. Is that a Jose Canseco bat? Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
QAM, hello. Hello.
Hey, can I speak to George?
You are.
Is this George?
This is?
Oh, George, hi.
Hi.
I had a show that I used to watch when I lived in Boston. It was called Major Mud. But anyway, will somebody tell me why I should care about this kid that went to Iraq? I don't know if you talked about it, but I cannot take another minute of that.
Amen. And the only reason that we should care about him is if they're going to put him in the stock somewhere so that we can go and throw garbage at him.
I
for being
know.
an idiot.
He should be arrested. He should be put in jail.
Sure,
anyway.
or something, or at least have garbage thrown at him. See, I don't know if he violated any law, but just on principle, just for pissing us off, just for monopolizing the TV, for being the media distraction du jour, he deserves to be put in stocks like you know how they would do in the medieval times, so that the people could walk by and throw garbage at him, and yeah, we should be able to do that.
Anyway, well, that's all I got,
All
but
right.
he really is pissing me off.
Yeah, he is.
All right, George.
Take it easy. Now, who's a bigger idiot? I guess this question answers itself. But I wonder because I find it very similar. Who's a bigger idiot? This punk here, the one that decided to go to Iraq for
the 16-year-old?
Yeah.
Well, before yet, so what? He flew to Baghdad without his parents' permission and what?
Yeah, he ran away to Baghdad. I don't know.
Is that it?
And he didn't die, and now he's back.
Okay. I thought like he went there to
please.
I mean, I saw he wanted to see what Baghdad was like.
I don't know. It's like far.
Okay.
Maybe he discovered that.
I figured there was a reason to go to Baghdad.
He's of Arabic descent, but nevertheless, I don't want to go back to Cuba. I've heard all the stories about what it's like. The hotel's here. Okay, I'm good.
Okay, who's a bigger idiot?
Who's a bigger idiot, him or the kid at the party who, instead of leaving when he was told to leave, opened up a big stupid mouth?
That's a good question. I'm going to go with the kid at the party.
Yes, he's dead, because he's dead. You know what? It's just the way those cards fell. Because this little punk could be dead. All right? We had one of those stories a while back during the early part of the war, the earlier days of the war. We posted a story about this Arab kid from, I think it was Syria. I forget, it was a long time ago that we posted the story. But one of the neighboring countries who decided that he was going to go over there to help. Okay? Wound up getting kidnapped by the insurgency. They didn't kill him because he was an Arab. He gets that Stockholm syndrome, whatever it is, where he's sympathetic with their cause and just turns up somewhere, dumped on the side of the road, all in shock. You're an idiot. This kid's an idiot. We should be allowed to throw pies, mud pies with glass in them. I don't get it. I don't get why he went. I don't care. I don't know why. Well, I do know why the media is throwing this up there, because that's their job. That's what they do. Distract people with what's going on. Look at the bunny. Look at the stupid Iraqi kid. Look at this. Look at the runaway bride. Look at the chicken Aruba. Right? That's their job, is just to keep your attention off of the important things that are going on. Like the fact that the president is breaking the law brazenly, and then just... you're reading the stories that we're posting right now. Not only is nothing going on, he's just bragging about how he's doing it and how he's going to continue doing it, and we're supposed to just think that he's great. I'm fighting a war. I'm fighting a war. I'm fighting a war against an enemy that means to hurt us. Fine, that's what the court was set up for. See, he thinks that other people are as stupid as him. He really does. A lot of people do that. We know we're fighting a war.
He doesn't know any better.
Started, right? Who doesn't know that? That secret court was set up so that you could get secret warrants on the people that you want to secretly spy on. It's like, here you go. A procedure was created for you to follow if you want to spy on American citizens. Go to the court, say, I want to spy on this towelhead over here. He's making calls to and from the Middle East somewhere, and we want to spy on him to see if he's a terrorist. And the court says, okay. They've only turned down 4 requests in 2 years out of 4,500. And you can get the warrant retroactively. That means you can start spying today and get your warrant tomorrow. That's not good enough. And once again, there's only one reason that he's not using that court, that he's violating the law, and that's because he knows, and everybody else does too, Even those people that are paid off to apologize, to lie, you know, like Drudge and Rush and O'Reilly and all these people that are paid to lie, they all know that it's a violation of the law. Everybody knows it's a violation of the law, but they're all pretending like, oh, well, this is important enough to break the law. The law was streamlined for you. They streamlined the procedure for you. But everybody knows that the only reason that he's not using the courts and that he's not telling the people who is being spied on, and he keeps saying, well, it's very limited, but we're not going to tell you who it is that we're actually spying on, is because everybody knows that they're spying on people that they shouldn't be spying on, who have nothing to do with the war on terror or Middle Eastern anything, that they're spying on people they just don't like. QAM, hello.
Is there a...
QAM, hello. Die.
Georgie.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Hey, when you were talking about the cartoons that had good adult content also...
I don't mean like adult content, you know.
No, I know.
You know what that word means to a lot of people like me.
Yeah, exactly.
Just something there, something that's well written, like real comedy.
Well, have you seen... Well, this one it's a cartoon, and but it's serious. Have you ever seen The Secret of Nim?
Yeah.
And also Watership Down?
Yeah, Watership Down was brutal. That was
my God,
violence and stuff.
Yeah.
I had no idea rabbits were so violent.
Against the rats and all that. Remember?
Against each other, man. They were tearing each other up. Remember that big one-eyed rabbit?
Yeah, the bad guy. Yeah.
With the general or whatever the hell they were calling.
Yeah, the white eye. Yeah.
Nasty,
cool.
bloody rabbit fights.
Yeah, you know, because sometimes I'll go into the video store and go into the European section. You're like European films and all that.
You ever hear a rabbit scream?
Yeah, it is. It's a bad scream.
I'll have nightmares, yeah.
And
if you haven't, go torture one. It's fun.
The new zoo review. You didn't think that chick was hot with the miniskirt?
Henrietta Hippo?
No, the girl.
Look, I was too young to appreciate any of that at the time. I just knew that it was god awful, and it reminded me a lot of Winnie the Pooh. Just some god awful nonsense thrown up there because they know that the kids will watch anything.
I know. I'm turning 49 next month, and I used to watch it, and I used to think when she came out with those miniskirts, man, and
well,
the
those were the
Blues,
days. Everybody was, Right. You ever watch the Bugaloos? They were all that girl was in miniskirts.
The Bugaloos.
It was like Sid and Marty Krofft Saturday morning thing.
Yeah, the banana splits.
Yeah, all that. Sigmund and the Sea Monsters.
Yeah,
HR Puffin
which
stuff.
was the guy with the
HR Puffin stuff. I get it now. I didn't get it then. Ha ha.
Yeah, right. The talking pipe. There you go.
Puffin stuff. The talking pipe. That's right.
Yeah.
It was a talking flute.
Yeah. George, were you ever into Three Dog Night back in your days?
I'm into Three Dog Night right now.
Really? So you got the book?
No. There's a book?
Yeah. Chuck Negron wrote a book. It was printed in '99, and I can't find it anywhere. It's out of print, and the cheapest one I could find I found on eBay for like 143 bucks. My books.
Okay. Well, I'll wait for the movie. I'm done reading.
There's got to be something awesome about it because I knew they broke up. But there's something. We all know about the heroin problems that Chuck Negron had, but
rock stars.
Yeah, right.
Doing drugs?
No.
What is the world coming to? I thought that was just for politicians and talk show hosts.
Right. Well, apparently he sold a Manhattan apartment for like $1,500 one night just to get enough for his.
Man.
Yeah.
We're always in the wrong places. How come we couldn't have scored that deal? Hey, we're late for the break.
You got it, partner.
Get out of here. Coming up next, Three Dog Night, 12:16 on 560 QAM.
Coming up tonight, an inside the behind the True Hollywood Celebrity Music Biography Profile story. They have an amusing story of how they got their name. And that's about it. They were Hootie and the Blowfish.
There's nothing I can do.
We had these two friends. Yeah. One we called Hootie, because he looked like an owl. And the other one we called the Blowfish. Yeah, because he was always puffing out his cheeks, right?
Bandmates Darius Rucker and Mark Bryan just told us the complete list of everything interesting about their band. Well, thanks for being here, guys. It's a big, juicy supper.
No, man, wait. We did this Saturday morning cartoon show about a sponge named Hootie and his Blowfish pal. Yeah, we brought a clip. Yeah.
Look out, Blowfish! That school of mackerel is gaining on us! Oh, holy mackerel, Hootie!
You didn't really do a Saturday morning kids show, did you?
Nah, we just made the clip to bring to the interview.
Yeah, we didn't want it to be over so fast.
I see. Well then, is that it?
Oh, wait. No. Did we tell you the story about our friend? Yeah. One called Hootie and the other one called Blowfish.
Yes.
Well, that's all we've got.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Hootie and the Blowfish. You heard them. They're done. It's a big, juicy, sopping wet look at show business. Tonight, on Inside the Behind.
I was never really into the Blowfish. I don't know about you.
Oh, there's nothing you can do.
So here's a fax from someone anonymous. The info on Super McDonald's. Remember that was one of the positive experiences of being stuck in Orlando. Has discovered that place, and I want to know why they aren't down here. Those huge palatial game room, giant habit trail for the children, extended menu, pierogi bar, McDonald's. Apparently they have 19 of them in the Orlando area, each one with a different theme. I had no idea. So we wound up in the Bill Cosby themed one.
Was there Jello?
No, I still don't understand. You know what? I bet you it was on the menu, but we didn't see it. Right next to where we were sitting, here's a big life-size cutout of Bill Cosby smiling and waving at it.
That's a little disturbing.
It was disturbing. For the children. For me, it was disturbing. Bill Cosby, looking over my shoulder. Oh, they were showing clips on of the old Cosby show because of Celebrity Fit Club. One of the contestants is Tempest Bledsoe, which I would change my name if that was my last name.
Okay.
Open Sword Bledsoe. Anyway, she got fat. No problem with her at all. She's cool and everything, but they were showing clips of that show. And anytime they show a clip of a show, they're showing you something that they believe is funny, like when you have a promo for a radio show, for example.
Sure.
Or when they're showing a highlight or the movie trailer, you know that this is something that they think is good. Right? They take a little example of the show. They're not going to take a lame example, right? Well, guess what? There are no non-lame examples of the Cosby Show. So they're showing this clip that included Tempest Bledsoe, and it had a joke, and the laugh track is, they got that thing fired up at full speed and full volume, and nothing to see here, much like Disney, cartoon character movies or TV shows. Nothing to see here. I don't get that, except that it was Bill Cosby, so you must watch it, and you must like it. How about that?
Okay.
I don't dislike Bill Cosby.
Yes, you do.
I don't. I just dislike most of the products that he has produced, that he has come out with the notable exceptions of the Cosby Show. I mean, not the Cosby Show, the Fat Albert.
Oh, I was going to say.
Sorry, I just got done saying that. It was still rattling around in my head.
I was like, wait a minute.
I had one more in there, and it just fell out right there. Oh, there it is. Fat Albert and the Gang was phenomenal, right?
Right.
Critically acclaimed, award-winning, and near and dear to our hearts. That's it. I'm done. His early comedy records, I don't know if they were funny. We thought they were when we were children, and we would listen to his comedy records when we were children. I would have to review them again to see if they were funny or if we were just a real easy audience. Faxer goes on to say, thanks for the grave worm cover of Losing My Religion. That inspired the search that I have you going through here.
I liked it.
I'm surprised anybody heard it. What was that, on Friday?
Yeah, that was Friday.
We were killing time like we did yesterday and, as opposed to today. Some other funny black death metal covers to check out on LimeWire. Black Dahlia Murder's version of Paint It Black and the Children of Bodom. I'm just guessing here. Oops, I Did It Again, and that's what I had you look for.
And I am 75% done.
Woo! Well, forward that right off to me.
It's taking a little time, but I'm getting it.
We have time. We have nothing but time. QAM, hello. Time is on our side. Hello.
Hey, George.
Hey, caller.
How's it going?
It's going well.
When's Neil coming back?
Well, he was supposed to be coming back today, so I'm sorry that I'm here stinking the joint up. He's sick, He'll be back tomorrow, we hope. All right?
Well, I remember on that the Seals and Cross show. Do you remember No Good News is Good News with Gary? Good news.
Yes.
Well, you have a good day. That's all I wanted to say. Keep up the good
work. I will try. HR Puff and stuff. How did that get past me? I was a naive child. Oh, man, somebody turned the intercom in here really loud. Hey, Eddie Mix, they're looking for you. QM, hello. I hear Howard David's looking for you, too, to bring you back some of that pizza. QM, hello.
Hello, George.
QM, hello.
I want to be a...
QM, hello. Die, Ron. You're not funny. Die, Ron Butterfly. QM, hello.
Let me see if I have...
QM, hello. Hello.
Hey, George, what's up, bud?
How you doing?
Good. I heard you talking. I had to step out of my truck. I heard you talking about It's a Small World.
Yeah, the nightmare ride.
They killed
it,
I believe.
I don't really. Oh, it's safe to go back.
They killed a couple. They killed that in the Hall of Presidents, which was a snooze
fest. The Hall of Presidents. Yeah.
And they
I was amazed they put that in there in the first place.
The real bummer is they killed 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
No.
That's gone.
No.
Yes. That was like the baddest.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That was the core, man. What did they do with that pond?
I don't know. I think they're building something else there. I was there not too long ago, and they changed. I mean, it's really changed a lot.
Well,
I mean, a lot of stuff
time
is
to go
gone.
back.
Like that mission to Mars thing that they used to have.
The one that kills people, or is that the other ride?
No. It was the original one was like real cheesy, like you were in a rocket sitting in a round room. Well, now it's like this Alien Encounters ride.
Okay.
And I went with some friends of mine and their little kid, and it totally made them cry. It was great.
Excellent.
So I just wanted to give you the heads up on that. But I do believe that It's a Small World has been killed.
Oh, beautiful.
All right, buddy. Later.
That's I'm getting a headache thinking about it.
Well, let me ask you this. Speaking of like Disney, you know, have you ever ridden the Buzz Lightyear ride?
I don't think so.
Oh, you got to do it.
The last theme park event that I had, it was a few years ago, was the Universal Studios, which I enjoyed. Tower of Terror.
Sure.
Jaws. Wasn't that there?
Tower of Terror? Isn't that?
I don't know where that is.
That's at MGM.
Okay, that's where we were.
Oh, that's...
Well, I did Universal also.
Okay.
We might have done it right around the same time.
Okay. Well, they're all, they're all there together.
The Back to the Future ride.
That's Universal.
That's Universal.
Which is a great ride.
Great.
Awesome.
Freaking, yeah. I was surprised.
Great.
How good that thing was.
I wish the line wasn't 8 hours to stand in, but...
I was...
Awesome ride.
And this is a thing, and I can't get mad at this guy. It was our own fault. The guy that actually hooked us up, he was a worker, and you know how these hookups go. He was a employee of a theme park who had friends, like they all hung out together, the theme park crowd. And this guy got us a hookup. We got the VIP passes that let us go in with all the wheelchair people, not have to wait in line. Sweet, totally. Like, no waiting. We were able to go on everything twice because we got through so fast. That's where most of your time is eaten up, as you know. Standing on, it was glorious. And
still know this guy?
Yeah,
really.
I think. I don't know. Hey, Spencer, if you're out there, Spencer in Orlando, love you, man. He was great. But not to be confused with the Spencer who used to wash our cars. Not to be confused with the Spencer who electrocuted himself, standing in the water.
And the hundreds of Spencers listening.
There are lots of Spencers. Now, you know Spencer, the hookup from Orlando, the theme park rides. But he told us right up front that he has the whole motion sickness problem thing. So he wasn't going on most of the rides with us.
Okay.
Which one ride did we talk him into going with us on?
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Guess what? Big mistake.
He didn't take kindly.
No. Now, he did not puke on the ride.
Oh.
He did actually make it out of the ride, out onto the sidewalk, over to where the plastic vegetation is, at which point, for like 10 minutes, I felt horrible about it. Somebody tells you that they have a motion sickness problem, say, fine.
Don't worry.
We'll bring you a souvenir. It's something. That was a big mistake. And I was like the main Edgar honor, you know, like, oh, come on, dude,
Back to the Future.
Come on, Back to the Future, come on, you gotta go on one freaking ride with us the whole time you're here, dude, come on.
That's awesome.
It was a big mistake.
A great ride, though.
He turns completely green. I mean, like, bright. He could have stopped traffic. 12:30 on All Puke Radio, 560 QAM.
Hans Beaten and Iron Master Beermeister Wolfgang Hoff inviting you to try our new blend of barley, hops, and peat moss. Oh, the taste is so delicious. Oh, satisfying. We couldn't help but name it after ourselves. New Beaten Hoff beer. Whether you're on a date or home alone, you'll enjoy a Beaten Hoff. Need to relax? Try a Beaten Hoff. Want to impress a friend? When he asks for a beer, give him a Beaten Hoff. And watch him smile. In fact, why not invite a circle of friends over for a Beaten Hoff party? And for a limited time, when you buy a six-pack, you get Beaten Hoff magazine for free, filled with interesting articles and pictures. So next time you're at the bar, don't just order a beer to show off. Impress the ladies. Show them your Beaten Hoff on the dance floor. It's like our slogan says, made from barley, hops, and moss. Don't try beer, try Beaten Hoff.
Because there's nothing better than a Beaten Hoff in your hand. Beaten Hoff in Jordan, Tennessee.
Right now. 12:33 on 560 QAM. This is a repeat that we've seen on Murray today.
Yes.
Still, it's worth
I think she's hot.
A rewatch. She's smoking. She's incredible. I would like to go on to the Back to the Future ride with her. Because I want to be jostled up against her.
So since we're on theme parks, let me just
oh,
ask,
wait,
because I don't think
stop. Hold the thought, because I want to kill some time with that. But I feel like we should acknowledge this poll that we just ignored since the first segment of the show.
That's your fault.
It is my fault. I do that. I'm bad that way. Why is America so much into guns? And I had planned to talk about it, so we'll have to do that when we get off the rides here. And it's the American effing way. That's the natural vote. A lot of these choices are accurate. That's probably the most accurate, simple, clean way to explain it. Just because, that's why. It's part of our culture, 89, because they're basically violent, 76. They don't trust each other, 68. Amen. We don't. Because they can be, 36. They don't trust the government. That too, 35. It sure beats bows and arrows, 25. And they love Chuck Heston movies, 4. I like Chuck Heston movies. Remember, I was talking about the Omega Man the other day. Still got to work on it for you. And we got to work on Magnolia. If anybody has a copy of Magnolia that we can borrow, I'll give it right back. I'll burn a copy and put it right back in the mail, or drive it to your house as long as you don't live like, I don't know, a mile away from here. As long as you live within 3 blocks of the radio station, I'll take it back to your house for you so that Josh can see Magnolia. We are on the case, and this is everybody's witnessing over here. Short of just going out and buying it and ordering it, because it's not worth it. We're trying very desperately to get a copy of Magnolia for Josh, because once he sees that, then Neil will watch City of God. And I don't know. I don't think he'll like it anyway.
Magnolia?
No, City of God. I don't know. It's just, it was riveting. I know it's ultra violent and it's got lots of.
That's what I told him. I confronted him. I said to him that I don't think he likes violent movies.
Right.
And he's like, The Godfather's violent, and I'm like,
this
yeah,
is a little bit more
but
brutal. This is a brutal roller coaster ride.
Oh yeah.
But
Rio de Janeiro.
See, the whole point of it is this is their world, right? The director, the writer, the people, and it's based on a true story. They're trying to flesh out their world. This is what it's like to be there.
But not only is it a great story, but it's true.
Right.
I mean, it's even, I don't know.
It's the true story about this reporter kid, and who knows, they might have embellished it here and there, and if they did, fine, because it all works. It gelled very nicely.
Absolutely.
Now, meanwhile, you were talking about the themed parks?
Oh, well, I've never asked you, but what is your favorite theme park? We have so many in Florida.
Well, I haven't gone to Busch Gardens, and I know that makes me a bad person, and I want to.
You are a bad person.
I am bad. I'm going to hell, and I really, really want to go see Busch Gardens. And for a while there, it was closed, and I was bummed because I never got a chance to see it. But now it's back open, so we got to do it as soon as
now
the kid
prepare
gets a little
yourself
older.
because Busch Gardens, because you're a father.
Yeah.
Busch Gardens is for older. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Older people like me?
No, like older,
Even?
It's not like Disney's for kids.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
And
right. Sites to see
that's
that kind
basically,
of thing,
it's really good ride.
Yeah, no, I'll wait for the kid to get older, or I'll send her off with the grandparents while we go to Busch Gardens and things like that. Which theme park do I like? Well, I really enjoyed the MGM. I really enjoyed the Universal Studios. That might be it. The Universal Studios. But I also had some really cool Six Flags experiences in my time, and I don't even know what the status of those are anymore. And it's been 100 years since I've been there.
Me too. I've been, but I haven't been in forever.
But
I
I
think
had
they're still around though.
Great time when we used to go frequently because they have the one over up north in the south.
Yeah.
The one on the border of
Right.
Georgia and
yeah.
South Carolina. Is that where it is?
I think it's in Georgia.
I think it's actually in Georgia, but it's right there by the border.
Yeah.
So we used to go to that frequently, and I liked it a lot. But as far as those top-notch, big-name theme parks, I'd have to say, one of those two. I can't decide.
Now, you've been to Universal? Have you been to Islands of Adventure?
No.
I have not either. I
Long
heard
time.
that is.
Let's plan a trip.
Awesome.
As a matter of fact, let's see if we can use some radio powers to get some freebies. Now, Disney, I don't want the Disney people to get me wrong. I like the Disney Corporation. I like most of the Disney movies. I like the Disney theme parks. I like Epcot Center with some notable exceptions, that craft presentation for one. I just don't think that the Disney characters are funny. That's all.
Yeah. And I will say, I mean, even to this day, there's some good rides at the Magic Kingdom. I've just ridden them so many times.
You're right. I mean, and they're glitzy. Like that Peter Pan ride, the first time you were on it, and you know how they have the buildings that taper down so that it looks like you're really high up? I thought that was just phenomenal stuff.
The three mountains are good.
Sure.
Okay.
Right.
The alien thing.
Right.
That's cool.
That's fine.
The Buzz Lightyear. I know it's for kids.
Magic
I don't care.
Mountain was phenomenal. The
Get
first time I went on it,
where you want to be.
Buzz Lightyear.
You get to shoot lasers. It's great.
Okay,
phenomenal.
I'll do it. No, their theme park is top notch, and I've always gone on at great length about how tight their ship is run. And when our grad night went wrong because the bus company screwed up and didn't show up for like 6 hours later, the Disney company, at their own effort and expense, put us all up in one of their employee facilities that had arcade games and a little lunchatorium and things like that. And they were really cool about it, to us anyway. They might have ripped the bus company and asked behind our backs, I don't know, and rightly so. But to us, the punks, the grad night punks, they treated us like royalty when our bus left us stranded. So I got nothing but good things to say about the Disney company, just those tunes are not funny. QAM, hello.
Hello.
QAM, hello. Oh, wait, what happened? Stop. No, I just hung up on like 3 people. Hello.
Hello.
I did a double tap.
Yes.
Sorry.
That's all right. Okay, listen, I'm calling on behalf of my husband who is diligently changing the tire on the car.
He's a good man.
He is a good man. His hands are all full of schmutz, and he cannot call.
Get him some Gojo.
He has it upstairs, but he's not done.
Okay.
So, anyway, with regard to Small World,
yeah.
It's
I'm sorry, I'm having a flashback.
Okay, listen, it's totally open. And if you're not careful, I'll start singing the song.
Oh, no, don't do anything rash.
Okay,
right?
listen, but it's really
I'm not
open.
afraid
Now
to use it.
they had it closed. Don't ask me why, because we went in November and it was open, and
I'm breaking out in hives.
We'll take some Benadryl.
All right.
But they opened it. Now they said that they fixed it, changed it, spruced it. I couldn't tell you what the difference is. The glitter is all there.
Yeah.
I mean,
we have one question.
What?
Do they or do they not have that song?
Yes, of course. They have the song, but listen.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. But listen, any crazy a person with nothing on their hands, with a few scrapbook tools, some glitter and some glue, can make the ride.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
how about the robots, man? That takes some skill. Those animatronic.
George, no, all it is a little pulley system.
Yeah.
It's a little pulley system, you know. You just have a little guy back there pulling on the thing.
I have a little pulley system.
Yeah.
Works like a charm.
I'm sure it does. You have to crank it.
Oh, it's a wind up.
And the pull up too.
Right.
All right. Well, I have one thing to say.
Yeah.
It's a world of world of.
I warned her.
That was a really good call.
It was a great call. No, she knew how to end it. She's she's a woman. That's a woman right there. Lots of good times, lots of bad times. It's all woven in together. You can't separate the two, Josh. I'm sure you've tried. I know I have. QAM, hello.
Hey, George, how you doing?
All right.
Feedback on that Islands of Adventure. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
It's got like 5 different islands, like Walt Disney, except for instead of the Western World and all that stuff, they got like Marvel Comic Island with some cool rides, and then the Greek Gods Island with like adult roller coasters.
I'll have to check it out. As soon as the kid gets a little bit older, you know, they have to reach a certain maturity level and energy level, because if you have to start carrying them around or wheeling them around or putting up with their whining because you've just exceeded their limit, they're going to ruin everybody's time.
And also they have like Pop Island. I mean, also as for the pole today, one thing, I know it might not be a pole builder, but a lot of Americans are just scared crapless, man. That's the problem.
We can put that on there. Americans are just scared crapless. How's that?
And also one more thing, I'll make it quick.
Sure.
I saw Empire Strikes Back, the Star Wars 3 last night, because I rented it on the DirecTV.
Okay.
They had to put a different actor in there. Why did Darth Vader have to be such a whiner before he became Darth Vader, man? I don't know what it was.
Lucas, if I could tape him to a chair and just beat him, I would.
Yeah, I didn't even like him.
It wasn't good enough that he made those 3 crappy movies to destroy the memory of Darth Vader, but then they had to go and ruin the movies that were just fine.
Yeah, I didn't even like him until he started killing kids at the end. I mean, I'm not like morbid like that, but he just seemed like to be whining the whole time, you know?
He was a whiny, stompy, bratty punk.
Exactly.
There was nothing Darthy about him at all, ever, at any point.
No, I know what you mean.
All right.
Take care, George.
Take it easy. 17 till 1 on All Star Wars Radio, 560 QAM. Wow.
Doi, 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 doi.
After years of failed attempted mergers with cable news channels, Disney-owned ABC has decided to launch their own 24-hour news channel. Here's what it may sound like.
Good evening. This is M. Moss reporting from Orlando. Our top story this evening, 9 people were injured when they fell off the... Whoop! Better give me something else. In other news, 4,000 people experienced explosive diarrhea and vomiting while disembarking the... Whoop! Better go over to sports. Here's Goofy.
Gosh, Slick, I've got nothing. Back to you.
Okay, then. In the ABC Weather Center, here is Uncle Remus.
Back together, boss.
Do the weather.
How was your vacation, boss?
I don't want to do any weather dumb banter. Give me the flicker.
In Orlando.
I'm sorry, we don't have time. We interrupt this weather report to take you live to Iraq and special correspondent Donald Duck. Donald, can you hear me? I can't understand you, Donald. I think we're having some problems with the satellite. Can you be more clear? I'm not getting it, Donald. No, still don't have you. What the duck is going on, Remus?
I can't understand a word he's saying. Anyway, you want more weather, boss?
Go ahead, hurry up.
There's a storm coming in Orlando. It looks like the weekend am shot.
The weekend am shot?
That's what I said, boss.
We'll have more news after this.
Wow, that bit actually predates any of the Mickey and Eisners. Obviously by the same guy, the Pettingill in New York. Yeah. I saw it. I saw his Top Gun shirt. Nice shirt, bad movie.
You're dangerous, Todd.
Yeah.
Oh, the Iceman. Okay. That was Val Kilmer.
Do the thing with the teeth. Go ahead, do the thing with the teeth. Come on. Just Iceman. He goes, doesn't he? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
And I almost puked. It's a good thing I had a big bucket of popcorn on my lap.
Now, you didn't like Top Gun back in the day, honestly?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. All right?
Everybody liked it.
What I liked about it was all the, flying around, all the fighting and all that stuff. The plot was I was just groaning doubled over the whole time.
Now, are you referring to Maverick and the girl?
The whole thing, Maverick and the girl and this and that. We got to come up. They had to invent a reason during peacetime to shoot missiles at people. So their whole rationale I thought was really weak and everything like that. It's why don't you just make the movie completely fiction and say that they're fighting aliens or something, But other than that, once they got up into the air and they were flying and everything, it was good. Although I will say this, if I have to hear that song again ever, I don't know what I'm afraid of hearing more. The It's a Small World song or the Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins song.
Highway to the Danger Zone.
That's the one. The one that Todd is singing right now. I'm going to get you at 2, man. We're going to get you. We're going to send Margaret Hassan on your ass. Hey, now you got me thinking, I think I might have given our program director the wrong present.
What do you mean?
Josh Darrow, I gave him a Penn State bottle opener. Did I get him the wrong? When you open up a beer bottle or other kind of bottle, it sings the school fight song.
Yeah, you did.
Give him the right one or the wrong one?
You gave him the wrong one.
I gave him the wrong one?
I told you that this morning.
No, but which one did he go to?
He went to Penn.
And I gave him Penn State.
Penn State.
I got to reorder, give it back.
Big difference. See, one's an Ivy Leaguer where he went.
I know nothing.
It's all right.
I know nothing about
Ask
colleges
me
because I didn't
things.
go. Did you go to college?
I did not.
Well, I didn't think so.
For a year.
Oh, I see. That's kind of like Neil. He almost made it the first year. And, there's 2 reasons I didn't go to college besides that we didn't have one in the town where I was. I would have had to schlep
on Montana?
In Montana. They got a community college the year I left just to, give me the shaft.
Is that
so
right?
I would have had to leave the town, and I had just gotten this really cool DJ job. All right, so I didn't feel the need. But all of my friends who had come back from college, little by little, they came back with no hope and a big student loan debt.
Yeah, hey.
And
that was
I
my
know it's important. I
philosophy.
would love to have gone, but it was none of those people. Not to say that everyone that I know that went to college, that it didn't work out for them. It did for some of them, but it did not for more.
Yeah, I'm with
you. Know what I mean?
I mean, statistically, yeah, if you get 100 people, the people who go to college, in the long run, will end up better. But I know people who graduated with a 4.0 from UF, and they can't be.
Dude, my friend
they
Oedipus
can't get a waiter job.
He's my age, and he's still paying his student loans off.
Yeah, that's
all right,
tough.
and he's not doing anything that he went to college for. You understand?
That's hurting.
And that's what a lot of people do, like my friend, my Jamaican friend who sells refrigerators, and he went to college for broadcast journalism. Now, you could get a job selling refrigerators for Sears. You don't need a college degree for that.
I'm all set.
You could sell spots on a radio station. You don't need a college degree for that. It's nuts and badmouth college. Hey, great work if you can get somebody else to pay it for you. But if you got to pay it your own damn way,
I paid myself.
Yeah, see, not great work. Now I wanted to talk about something. Oh yeah, Miguel, I wanted him to cue up that tape. It should be queued up, but I just wanted to make sure that he's in his office, because here's what I was thinking of doing at 1 o'clock. That video that I was so anxiously wanting you to see this morning and you never did get to see it, I went into Miguel's office and showed it to him and a whole bunch of other people.
Well, let's go.
Exactly. I'm trying to arrange that for you now. Among the things on that tape, well, there's two things on the tape. One is a video mod. Remember we were talking about them before? But I finally got the one that I wanted. Video mod is where they take and make video out of the animated characters from video games, and MTV has, or M2, I don't know which one. They have a show where they show like a half hour's worth of these videos that programmers make out of, like, the Doom characters or the Grand Theft Auto characters singing and dancing, and in other words, the video is using those kinds of things, and it's funny.
Okay.
So there's one on here, the first one that I saw and the best one that I've seen yet. All right, it's Franz Ferdinand, Take Me Out. You know the song?
Okay.
You'll know it when you hear it if you don't.
I do.
And then the other scene on there that you don't have to see is the episode of Rome that has the tear-jerking gladiator scene on it. I also queued that up and showed it to Miguel.
Well, it's just the scene.
No, it's the entire episode.
Oh, okay.
And I had to fast-forward it, and that's why I was gone so long. If that isn't going to get you into Rome, then nothing will. If you see that gladiator scene and you don't want to watch this show, then this show isn't for you. Just forget about it. Maybe the lesbians will do it for you if the gladiator scene doesn't. But a crowd had gathered in his office.
Hey, what kind of man doesn't like that?
I don't know.
Gay.
I said, well, no, we can't say that because those Romans. We heard those stories, right?
That's true.
Rumor has it that they swung every which way, and
they had a
no
good
one
time.
was more macho than them.
Exactly.
Or they would have had something to say about it. That gladiator scene was not only so well done and well choreographed and exciting, but it was just emotional. And we're all cheering in there. Everyone's in Miguel's office. Woo! Ah! I'd forgotten how cool it was and how many severed things get severed. QAM hello.
Hi.
QAM hello. QAM hello.
George.
Let's go right through them all. QAM hello.
Hey, George.
Hey, yeah.
I was just listening to you talk about the amusement parks. The biggest hidden secret, I think, in the whole country is Cedar Point up in Sandusky, Ohio.
Never heard of it.
All right, cedarpoint.com. Just check it out. If you like fast rides.
Is that the one with the biggest roller coaster in the world?
Oh my God, they got the biggest, the longest, the fastest, the most inverted. Everyone, but they only advertise 150
the most
miles.
Inverted.
Oh, most inverted. They've got all that. But they only advertise 150 miles away from where they're at, so they cover the Detroit and the Cleveland area.
I'll put that on the list.
Check it out, man. It's awesome.
I'm thinking at this point, like if I go on one of those upside down twisting rides, I'll just get a heart attack and die.
You better prepare yourself for Busch Gardens, buddy.
That's fine.
Is that right?
Yeah,
You'll be all right?
I'm ready. No, I'm ready to go.
When it just
I'm
stops,
done.
you're just dangling?
I'm done. I ain't getting any fresh anymore. I'm done. What is there to live for? Just my life right now is all about what I can do for other people. That's it. That's all I got going. I sleep, right? And from the moment I wake up, it's all about what other people want. That's it. That's something for you to look forward to, Josh. There is satisfaction in that, but that's the only satisfaction that I get anymore. Is just, hey, someone really appreciates what you did for them. That's great. I'll just have to wrap myself around that and, and get comfy, because there ain't nothing else. QAM, hello.
George.
Yeah.
Hey. About 12 years ago, me and my ex-wife, we went to Busch Gardens. I really didn't want to go because I thought it would suck.
Okay.
I wish I could have spent 2 days there.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard only good things about it, so I want to go.
And I'm not into that kind of stuff, but...
Well, what kind of stuff? Water skiing pyramids?
Well, I don't know. It's just... It's
They
different.
have those, don't they?
I don't think so, do they?
No. Oh, okay.
No.
I thought they had a water show.
They have 2
No,
water
you're thinking of
rides.
SeaWorld, aren't you?
No. They have the water skiers all stacked up on each other.
Nah, I didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
That sounds too good.
I'm thinking of something else then, or I saw the wrong brochure.
Okay, and another thing, the reason she's my ex-wife is because this year the world's going to come to an end. She's hanging out with these end-of-the-world people. So I'll call you.
By the way, you can make great money betting those people.
Yeah, that's why she left me. It was kind of a year ago, but we have to move. The thing was, we're supposed to sell everything, move to Arizona, and live in the desert.
I don't have that chance. My wife is too firmly grounded in reality for any of that crap.
Yeah, and I didn't want 2007 to come around, January 1st, and I'll be like, oh man, the world ain't come to an end, and I'll be pissed,
Tell her that you'll buy all of her stuff. Well, I guess if she's your ex-wife,
She's
all
my
her
ex,
stuff is all your stuff.
Yeah, it's all mine now, but I'll call you in December. We'll see if the world ends. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Later.
And if you don't call, we'll just presume that it did. 3 till 1 on 560 QAM. Sorry, no problem.
Wonderful WQAM in Miami.
What are they thinking about? Chartering a flight to the Isles of Langahan.
It's the only strip joint QAM can book for promotion.
Have you seen the pilot?
Yes. He suspiciously resembles Tim Conway.
I'll be right back, Ellie. The laboratory's vacant.
Can he fit in there?
If he does, we're in trouble.
Why?
Too much stress. The plane can't handle Everybody's dead but us.
Oh, great.
At least we have George to guide us. He was raised in the untamed Northwest. George possesses the wisdom of surviving nature. What do we do now, George?
Well, if I know.
Yeah.
But we have plenty of water and provisions if we use them wisely.
Where'd you put them?
They're right over there. Hey, who took all the...
I did it.
You take all the water?
That's right. And the pizza, too.
What'd you do that for?
Because I'm here, and it don't matter if you're here, too. Now, wait a minute. Whoa. By the way, sir, you don't understand it. Let's be a civil shepherd about this.
Why?
I needs to be comfortable.
How's that?
Oh, you know who I am? Of course it's more important that I outlive you. Why, I'll have you know. What's the big
We can
idea?
drink his blood and strip his hide for food.
Now, see here. I ain't no delicatessen. You know who I am. I'm Mo Heaven and David. And I made my bones with his...
We can make a necklace out of his bones.
Okay.
101 560 QAM, 717 votes on this poll that everybody's ignoring, including me today. Why is America so much into guns? And it's the American effing way, pretty much. 347 people say that. And then in second place is it's part of our culture, which is kind of the same thing, with 96. Right?
Isn't it great talking about guns, talking about theme
water,
parks? We
right?
Want to mix
pie.
that?
Sure. I got it all hooked up for you. I wanted to do it during this break, but it's all set for you for the next break. Just run over to Miguel's office. It's all queued up. Just run in. He doesn't have a remote control for that TV. No, don't get started.
Okay.
Take your Universal if you must, but just walk in, press play on the thing. It's all queued up right there at the beginning. The teen daughter caught it just after the beginning, Josh. You know what I mean? There's like maybe 10, 15 seconds of song missing, but you don't miss anything instrumental. Here's the facts. George, I like watching SpongeBob SquarePants. As a matter of fact, that's the time-killing bit that I'm going to play to cover for you while you're gone, is a SpongeBob bit.
Okay.
Inspired by this facts. Likes watching SpongeBob SquarePants with my kids because the show has pretty good jokes. I agree. Nothing wrong with SpongeBob, especially if you're lightly toasted.
It's not too bad.
It's all right. By the way, SpongeBob is not gay. Squidward is the gay one. All right?
Now, that's the big oaf.
Squidward is the squid.
Oh, the squid.
Squid. The nasally sounding squid.
Oh,
Squidward, he's real
okay.
negative, and he's a real pissy queen. Like anybody that you know in the building?
No, who do you mean?
I don't know. And Patrick is also not gay, but Patrick is a pink starfish. So I thought it would be safe to go to the movie. Big mistake. Had to be one of the worst kids' movie that I ever had the misfortune of sitting through. That was one of those things where the previews looked really, really bad. So if the previews are bad, what can that say about the movie? Usually it works this way. The preview is pretty good, and then you go to the movie and you're sorely disappointed. So there you go. Moving right along. QAM, hello.
George.
Hello. Turn that radio off.
I'm doing. I just had to get to it. Thanks. Hey, Happy New Year and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I heard you talking about kids shows earlier. Of course, Pee-wee's Playhouse. That was
right. No, that was great. That's another one that was
that's
really missed on the kids.
Item. Hello?
Yeah, the kids were missing the jokes there.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing I wanted to ask you, do you remember the thing? It had to be on like Nickelodeon or the Cartoon Network or something. It was called Prometheus and Bob. It was a claymation thing.
Yeah. I don't know if it was a full-on show. Wasn't it just
it was a short, like
little 60-second long.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff, man.
Sure.
I had the pleasure of being introduced to that because I was seeing a girl that had 2 kids, and I was, waking and baking.
Also, it's adult-oriented, but if you haven't seen Tripping the Rift, I've seen like 1.5 episodes of it. It's very good.
Yeah. I want to catch that. But does Prometheus and Bob, does it still exist? Do you know?
Is it what?
Does it still exist? Prometheus
I don't
and
know.
Bob?
Do a web search.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
I thought maybe your kid was picking up on it.
I'm amazed when I go to Best Buy and look at the videos that they have available. Practically every old show is available on DVD, and if it isn't, it will be soon.
Cool. Hey, have a great one, George. Great show, buddy.
I have several. I appreciate that. Like Electric Company, which I thought was like just gone and forgotten. I forgot completely. Rita Moreno was on that show. They had some big stars on that show. It didn't hold a candle to Sesame Street, but then what does? QAM, hello.
Hello.
QAM, hello.
George.
Yeah.
Cypress Gardens is the one with the water skiers.
That's what I was thinking of. Sorry. Thank you for straightening
no
me
problem.
up.
I know they changed that place. They still got that, but they actually made an amusement park out of some of it.
Okay. I want to go there, too.
Yeah, but that's not that good. It's still old people place.
Okay.
All right,
well,
George.
I'm old people. Trust me.
Well, you're not that old, bud. Bye.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll compare, all right? Show me yours, I'll show you mine. QAM, hello.
Hey, cowboy.
QAM, hello. Yes, you are.
I used to like the bounce.
QAM, hello.
Hey, George, I wanted to touch on a couple of things with you. Did you hear about that young student, I guess he's 16 years old, that made him way all the way over to Iraq
Yeah,
or whatever?
his name is Faris Hassan.
Yeah, that whole
It
story.
was Faris's day off.
Faris needs to stay the day off. You know,
We don't have volume here, Miguel. That's why I had you set it up in your office.
It was kind of funny to see the family. This morning I'm listening to, and the family got him a bodyguard. They're making it like this whole big thing about what this kid did.
What?
They need to investigate what the family did. That you don't know that your kid is 16 years old and was able to get on an airplane fly.
That's right.
I mean, where does that happen? You're making it all so big. He's going to give a news conference this afternoon.
And I want an investigation about why the media is covering the story like it's important.
Exactly.
First of all, like compare it to other stories that are almost as unimportant, like the chick in Aruba story, which we were all just beaten in the face with. That chick actually died. In other words, something actually did happen there. This kid that went to Iraq and now is back, nothing happened here. So they're going to spend all day long for weeks on end telling us that nothing happened.
Exactly. So what they need to do is all this time they're doing, one of these news reporters need to say, how about investigating these families for neglect or whatever you call it when you
Good
tell your
plan.
kid. Yeah, whatever it's
Negligence.
called. Negligence. There you go.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like neglect, but it's longer.
Take it easy. Take it easy, George.
All right. QAM, hello. Hello.
What about Villa Alegre?
Who?
Villa Alegre.
What is that?
That show that was on Channel 2.
I missed it.
Okay, sorry, George.
No problem. Hey, Miguel, do you remember Villa Alegre? Sorry.
No. Okay.
We're going through the generations here. We got the 3 decades covered right here. You know, what do we got? 20-ish, 30-ish, and 40-ish. And none of us.
We got a bunch of ish.
Yeah. Oh man, are we ish?
30.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. You know what? It doesn't start with a 20. You might as well be dead. QAM, hello.
Maricon.
Yes, you are. QAM, hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Brian, Booker Brown could do a parody of the song, Kanye West song. He could do it, he'll wiretap me when I'm in need, and he could play George Bush's voice at the background. What do you think of that?
I think it's an excellent idea. Get right on it, Brian. Got it. He can't.
Wait, I want another
you need
idea.
Both hands to finish, don't you know? All right? I don't know about you, but you got to catch it on something. QAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Hey, George.
Hey, how are you?
Hey,
There
good,
are
man.
such things as roving wiretaps.
Yeah, go ahead.
You keep calling and you keep talking about stuff that I know stuff about. I ain't getting worse.
What are the odds?
You were talking about those VIP passes that a boy hooked you up with.
Yeah, a boy. Well, he was a man, but
Well,
we can call him a boy if you want.
You know, up at Universal, and a lot of people didn't know it. I didn't know it. You can buy
Oh,
a pass.
yes. Oh, yeah.
But also,
Yeah,
if
you can.
If it's $25, but also if you stay in the hotel on site, you get it free.
Huh.
Listen,
there are different shades of VIP, too.
Oh yeah, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm on the wheelchair list, man.
All right.
Later, Chief.
Take it easy. You know,
Excellent.
What would be cheaper, paying the extra money for the VIP pass or actually just showing up in a wheelchair and having the attendant actually pick you up and drop you into the ride?
I've done that, being a punk, like, in my
Oh,
day.
you punk. Really?
Come on,
Did it
there
work?
was one lying
Did it work?
around,
I'm just jealous.
and
I
I
didn't
pushed
think
a
of it.
friend. I told my friend to
Oh,
fake the limp, and he
oh,
sat in it. It
man.
worked, man.
Oh,
It
it's
worked.
almost worth sawing off a leg. You had to wait so long, right? You know, they got those people with the condition. It was an episode on Nip Tuck. The people, they're amputee wannabes. You heard about them, right? It's a condition. There's a name for it. Stupid effed up headness or something. And you get one of those friends. Like, hey, you know, remember how you didn't want that leg? Tell you what. I'll take your leg off if you'll come with us to Universal Studios and help us get in, you know, the short line. QAM, hello.
George.
Yeah. Hello.
Yo.
Hello. Hey.
Six Flags, California.
Okay, never been to that one.
Forever.
All right.
You gotta ride the X.
We got them right here, right. But maybe that one's a little bit better. But, you know, that's a little bit of a trip for some of us.
Yeah, well, after we went up there, we went up there, man, it's amazing, bro. Amazing.
Okay. I'm not understanding anything, are you?
He said it was amazing, bro.
Oh, okay, no, I'll take his word for it. The VIP thing was amazing because what they do is they open up the side door, they let you in. You know how most of these rides start with a main chamber once you get inside the doors?
Uh-huh.
You're in there in this giant chamber all by itself, standing there like an idiot, not knowing what's going to happen next. Then all of a sudden the doors behind you open and all these people file in behind you. It's like sweet.
See, I wonder now, somebody can tell us, because I know Islands of Adventure is connected to Universal.
Okay.
I haven't, like I said, I haven't been to Islands of Adventure.
We need to report. That's what this crowd is
so
here
can you
for.
buy a pass and just go to both of them?
Somebody out there will know. Miguel says no.
Miguel says no.
And where's our radio hookup for these things? I know that Disney, for example, has you just call and you can go, just like that. As a matter of fact, we had our friend Carol, I think her name was. I had her business card. You just call her up and say, party of 4. And she would send you a media package.
Well, since I've been on the show, I haven't gone to Disney or anything from the show.
Yeah, you haven't done squat. Those were the good old days. We had a lot of free food in those days, too. I know, not like now when we barely get anything. Howie's chili,
How's that chili
man.
doing?
That chili's doing fine. Me, on the other hand, the chili's winning. How's that?
Okay.
QAM, hello.
I'm at Miguel.
QAM, hello.
Why won't you?
QAM, hello. Why don't you? Hello. Yeah.
Hey, about the park, it's called the Pass Hopper. You pay like $10 extra and you can go to both of them.
The Pass Hopper?
Yeah.
All right.
I know that's what they call it at Disney. You can buy a weekend package and you can go to all the parks except for the water parks.
That must make everyone else feel like just a total schlepper.
Hey, talking about kids shows.
Yes.
Have you heard of the Wiggles?
The Wiggles, yeah. We watch
My
the Wiggles.
kids love them, man.
The Wiggles are great.
Yeah, and
They wiggle.
they don't allow themselves to be sponsored by anybody.
That's good.
They pay for their own fares and everything.
I like that.
The only thing that they allowed the tour, the U.S. tour, was they allowed themselves to be sponsored by Mott's apple juice and applesauce.
Okay. And
I took my kids to the concert, and for $25, man, they have the time of their life.
That's stupendous. All right, next time they're in town.
Take it easy, man.
All right, no problem with the Wiggles. All right, you got it all. You guys can just run down the hall. I got a long bit to cover for you.
Yeah, we're ready.
Because I wanted to discuss this thing that they do, these video mods. You've seen some where they make music videos out of video games?
Seen little pieces.
But programmers have to do it. They take the characters and make them do stuff.
Okay.
All right. So with that, off you go. 112 560 QAM.
Heels of the ABC primetime special Fallen Angel, the network presents another shocking expose. We'll take you behind the scenes of one of America's most popular cable programs, a primetime live exclusive, Filthy Sponge. Reporting from New York, here is John Quinones.
Hello, I'm John Quinones. Sex, scandal, sex, scandal. This is the real story of what's happening in Bikini Bottom. Hello, Mr. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Hello, John Kimonos.
That's Quinones.
La kimonos. Quiznos.
Quinones.
Quinones.
Right.
That's what I said.
Well, stop interrupting me.
Right.
Stop.
Kimonos.
Quinones.
Right.
Are you gay?
Are you blind? Of course I'm gay. Look at me. La. I'm happy. I'm always happy. I'm gay.
That's not what I meant.
Kimonos.
Quinones. Tell me about your relationship with Patrick.
I'd rather not.
Patrick alleges...
Patrick's a liar. A filthy liar.
Well, let me tell you what Patrick said.
I helped Patrick close shop, and I bought him a Journey record. Big deal.
What about...
Stop that.
What about his allegations that the two of you were involved in a menage a trois with Sandy Cheeks, the underwater squirrel?
Well, that was when Pat O'Brien was visiting Bikini Bottom. There was booze, there was drugs, there were phone calls made. Ba-da-da!
I'd like to play for you this phone call.
Hello, Sandy? It's SpongeBob. I want you so bad. Let's just get some hookers and get some blow and just go wild. You're so hot. You're so hot, Sandy. That helmet. I just want and stroll over my... Give me a wink.
Well, Mr. SquarePants, what do you have to say about that?
Man, you really attacked me. I mean, that wasn't me, Jacobobos.
Quinones.
Bobos.
That was Stop that. That was clearly your voice.
Well, it was me, but it wasn't me. That was the Coke.
Well, all right, fine. Tell me about Paula Abdul.
What about her?
She's a judge from American Idol?
I know who she is. What do you think? I live at the bottom of the ocean?
Yes.
All right, bad analogy. What's your point?
Tell us about the sexual relationship with Paula Abdul.
America doesn't need to know who I'm... All right, I'll come clean with you. I made love to Paula and John Stevens.
John Stevens?
John Stevens, Kimobos.
The light-skinned crooner?
Yeah. Sexy man. He's no Patrick, but...
We'll be right back with more.
We'll be right back.
Stop.
Stay with us for more.
Stop.
We'll be back.
Stop it.
All right, I'm downloading that. Before I ruin your day, Josh, did you see the video? I know Todd's distracting you. But
Stop distracting me,
can't,
Todd.
We can't say anything bad about Todd. He finally DVD'd those things.
That's what he was just trying to talk to me about.
Failsafe and the Saturday Night Live episode that has Alec Baldwin and Shakira. It's a little dated now.
You're an elf, you
the
son of a
Shakira
bitch.
stuff is scrumptious.
Good.
He does a little belly kind of that sideways shifting stuff, and then a little bit of pelvic thrusting stuff. Yeah, stuff.
Nothing like a Shakira pelvic thrust.
She could hurt you. She could hurt me.
That's what I want.
Right?
I want her to hurt me.
You like Jessica Biel over here behind my back, or Shakira? What do you want?
See that?
Can we get Jessica Biel to learn how to move like Shakira?
See, that's not fair.
I know it's not fair. Don't make me choose. So, you saw the video mod there? What'd you think? The old
I did. I saw
there.
a little dance
action.
moves there.
So what it is, so the audience knows, it's I guess it's from one of the PlayStation
it's
games.
Anakin singing.
Right.
You got Samuel L.
Which game exactly? Is
on
that
the
like
bass.
Star Frontiers. It's a Star Wars game, but I don't know which.
Yoda on the drums.
Yoda on the drums with glowing drumsticks.
Right,
that
like
look
glow
like little lightsabers.
And then you got
the clone troopers are all dancing like
troopers.
chorus line out there with all these really cool.
And then one guy starts
moves.
shooting the gun on beat.
On beat, and it's very well done. I laughed, I cried, it was hysterical. It's good. All right. So speaking of crying, here you go. Here's your payback.
No, mic check.
Oh, you want to?
We could have a war with it.
Right, we could. I got a bigger library of filth over here than you.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I'll switch it right now. Here's the good news about that. I only have slightly more tolerance for that than you do. All right. Now this. Where is it? Here it comes. Now this. We can hear this.
See, this is bad, but the other song just hurts me in my brain.
Now what's more of a guilty pleasure? Is that one there, or this one? I guess it's just, you know what, let's admit it, let's just come clean right now. We just like saying jiggy.
You know, I get jiggy with it all the time.
That's right.
I was getting jiggy with it last night.
That's what your girl said. Here's some facts. Says you, Josh, really need to get out to Islands of Adventure. The park is really the best in Orlando. Heard you say that you think the Back to the Future ride is good. Well, the Spider-Man 3D ride at Islands of Adventure makes it look lame by comparison. Every single ride at Islands is fun, especially when experiencing them for the first time. By the way you're speaking, it seems it's been quite a while since you visited. Yeah, like 10 years at least. Sorry, maybe 8. Hey. One day blurs right into another one when you're, speeding down the hill towards the grave like some of us are. Also, of course, you have a soft spot. He has, the faxer, a soft spot for Busch Gardens and SeaWorld. Like SeaWorld, but it's not like
SeaWorld.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. There's no rides.
It's, water zoo.
I mean, there are, but
Right. We like it. And for you, Josh, you can buy a ticket for like an extra $10 and have access to Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure together. We got a call confirming that, and so there you go. Another fax here from the Vasquez family. The way to do Disney is with an annual pass. Then you can go to any park at any time, unlimited. Plus, your stay at the Disney Hotel whenever you see the car. Oh, wait, you never see the car until you leave. They shuttle you everywhere. Plus, there are thousands of other things to do. The fact says there is thousands of other things. Notice how I correct grammar on the fly while I read there?
Flow like that.
Seamless. Thousands of other things to see, like restaurants, bars, karaoke, nightclubs, GameWorks, ESPN Zone. Whoa!
That'd be for me.
Get me my keys now. Movies, and it's endless. And then here's a fax. I don't quite know how to take this one.
Now, what would you do on karaoke?
That's it. I'd get jiggy with it. That's what I'd do. Remember the children's show Reading Rocket? I'm slightly older than you. Remember watching that show and doing puzzles and exercises and this booklet that went along with the show. I have a vague memory of Reading Rocket. Not so clear that I could tell you anything about it, but I remember the name, and this all sounds familiar. A suggestion for a future poll: if Neil writes a tell-all book, I most want to know, and then they've got some sample questions here, what happened to Guitar Man? Did Greg really hate George? Greg does really hate George. And all the inside dirt on Mo. I thought we were pretty clear about all of this stuff. What happened to Guitar Man is that he got a good job playing piano at like fancy hotels and stuff.
Who's Guitar Man?
Guitar Man. Oh, you've heard Guitar Man. Let me find some Guitar Man that's famous here. Thinking. Oh, there's this one. We can't. Oh, it's out of the system. We can't play it anymore, and thus I took it out of the system. Oh man, it's been
Could
a while.
you hum a few bars?
We got a lot of stuff. It's just not indexed under Guitar Man. Let me scroll through until I find something for him. In the meantime, there's nothing. I mean, what a short answer to a question this would be. Greg does really like me, and only Matty Bell knows why, for sure. Maybe John Jarris, I should ask him. And the inside dirt on Mo.
You said he really likes you.
He hates me.
Oh, okay.
All the inside dirt on Mo, I don't understand. There's no inside dirt on Mo.
Maybe he's talking about if he's coming back or not. Well, we don't know.
Mo?
Yeah.
Is he coming back? He's here.
No. I mean, it's after his contract's up.
Who? Mo. Oh, that Mo.
Yeah.
That inside dirt? Oh, okay. I wasn't.
I'm guessing that's what he's talking about.
I don't know. Here it is. Oh, this is a good one. I don't think you've heard this. As a matter of fact, it's very timely. So go right into the break with this. Assuming I don't have to dump out of it. Guitar Man is notorious for his filthy potty mouth, which we would love.
Time to retire, stern. Your day is done, stern. Time to sit alone in your office and play with yourself. A time to be gone, a time to get lost. Time not to hear Baba Booey call you Bob. Time to sign off, time to say next. A time not to hear how the millionaire can't get any sex. Call it a day, stern. Just go away, stern. Go sit in front of your TV and watch your cartoons. Your show's gotten stale, it no longer smokes. You wouldn't pay your voice guy or the man who wrote your jokes. You've had out your show playing 7-year-old bits. I'm really sad to say, but your show has turned into shit.
Hit it.
Oh.
You can get a little peace and quiet over here.
Hiya, Mo.
What are you doing here in Honolulu?
When I heard you were here, I flew right over and dressed up like Connie Stevens, just for you.
Well, you're forcing me to do this. Hey, how about a nice Hawaiian punch?
Sure.
and at least eliminate some of the reasons that people go and get guns. How about put home invaders in jail? Instead of wasting all this effort putting people in jail that don't belong there, that people that want to use drugs or this and that. Oh, I saw the Hollywood tangent. Hollywood cops were doing red light running busting this morning. I rubbed my nipples.
Really?
Wow, I was so excited.
Maybe they're listening to you, Jorge.
Oh, Hollywood, thank you. God bless you. If other people, if that's all you guys did, you motorcycle goons, if that's all you did is stop the red light runners, you'd be saving lives, you'd be making money for the city, and you'd be making the driving actually drivable. You'd be making it so that people could actually drive normal. I mean,
kudos.
It has gone beyond. Yeah. It has gone beyond. I mean, they're just not even stopping at all now. I didn't think it could get any worse. They're just not stopping. And while the cars are going, in other words, your light turns green, people are going, and people have already gone and got through, the holes on the other side are still just like weaving through, like it's the demolition derby. So way to go there, cops. But people are scared. People are scared that somebody's going to bust into their home, and so they want to have a gun there to protect themselves. All right? And nobody is running. We see all this police enforcement effort in this area and in that area and this other area over there. Here's what we don't want: murderers, rapists, and thieves. All right, work on that. And when that problem is so under control that you almost never hear about a murderer, a rapist, or a thief, and that's not just the cops' job, but the Justice Department needs to put them away forever. How about one strike and you're out? Murderer, rapist, or thief? One strike and you're out. Then maybe people won't feel like they have to have a gun to protect their stuff and their family. Just a theory. Just putting that out there. QAM, hello.
Hey, George.
QAM, hello.
Hello, George.
Hello, yes, caller.
How's it going?
Just fine.
When you stay at one of their hotels over there at Universal, you get 2 to 3 room keys. Your room keys become the express pass.
Ooh, hey now.
Yes.
All right.
And they run specials. For example, I stayed a few months ago at the Hard Rock, and you just park your car there, and you don't have to move for the rest of the weekend. And you get 3. I got 3 speed passes, which are the keys, and the hotel is for $99. Each one of those express passes are, I think, like $25-30 each. So not only you stay at the Hard Rock, but if you do the math, you get the hotel for like $20-25.
Excellent. I'll have to do that. You could be my travel agent.
Hey, I'll go with you.
Okay.
All righty. Any Eisner bit.
Oh, okay. I might. I was going to play some Guitar Man stuff because you kind of inspired me.
Now that's the guy who did like all the Brian Cox things. And
right.
Okay.
He's rude, obnoxious.
He's been known for some good stuff.
He's a talented and crazy individual. They usually go hand in hand.
Yes.
His talent and his sanity are off the charts. All right, but he had a couple of issues. Number one, he didn't like the notion that he would submit bits that wouldn't get played and thus he would not get paid for. He felt that if he exerted the effort for the bit, that he should get paid for all of them, and unfortunately that's not the way that it worked out. Not my system. I think these guys should be making like 10 times the money that they are for everything that they do. But it ain't my money. It's the station's money, and that's the policy that they set forth. He also didn't like the fact that we would pay him, I think in those days it was $25 and eventually $50, that we would pay him one time for this bit and then play it 100 times that he would get no residuals, the way that they would in the recording industry.
It's tough.
And it doesn't work that way. And he and Brian, Brian tried to explain it to him, and he didn't like that. And he also didn't like that if a bit was weak, in Neil's opinion, Neil would rip him no matter how good. Like Guitar Man could have like 9 good bits and then have one weak one, and if Neil ripped the one weak one, he got all upset about that. And he didn't think that it was worth his time to be doing this anymore. That's all. And he's got a good paying job wearing a tuxedo playing the piano for old rich people up in West Palm somewhere. But for what it's worth, Adam, I love you, man. And, I think you're a talent. QAM, hello.
Hey, George.
How are you?
How you doing?
Fine.
The thing with guns, I have a gun now, or guns actually now, for like 15 years.
I'm thinking since that new law changed, that law that had no effect on anything, I'm thinking of rearming my family.
Well, if you don't have, when you have young children, you got to be careful as far as locking them up.
No kidding. Right.
But that, that's a drag on all parts of your life, so I don't have to tell you. I first got a gun, though. I worked in downtown Miami, which is actually a pretty safe place, at least during the day. Mm-hmm. But I used to have to drive home, and I lived in Broward, and to get from downtown Miami to Broward, there's...
Right. Don't have to tell any of us. We all live here. And there he goes. I didn't touch anything, man. He's still there. but he's not. His phone, not ours. QAM, hello.
Hi, George. What was that movie you were looking for?
What, here? Magnolia.
Okay. I will see what I can do on that. I'm going to check the library system out.
All right.
Bye, George.
Thanks a lot. No, that'll be very handy if we can get Magnolia. I don't really remember if I saw it on a DVD or because that'll be embarrassing. You know, Neil's going to come here tomorrow, and if indeed, see, this is what I'm afraid of.
So I told you he thought that you had a copy,
right? And that's entirely possible. And it's entirely possible that I have a copy that he bought and shipped down here to me. But our house is a little bit of a mess right now after the holidays, and we did have the DVDs kind of in a bookcase all in order. The 3-year-old likes to shuffle them up. She likes to take them out, use them as building blocks, and if we can get her to put them back, she puts them back.
Isn't that what they do?
Yeah. And she knows her ABCs, but somehow it doesn't apply to, you know, videos or DVDs or anything like that. So it's entirely possible that I should have a copy and that I should be able to lend to you. So I'm really making every effort that I can to get a copy for you so that I don't get in trouble, because I just might for not having a copy. I should have a copy.
You know, I'm told that I'm going to see this, and if it's not in my top 25 of all time, that I just have no taste.
Get ready to not have any taste. 16 till 2 on 560, all tasteless radio, WQAM.
Travelosophy presents The Roving Gnome, Denouncer of Travel Myths. Our first myth: if you fly for the holidays, you won't be able to afford a summer vacation next year.
Oh, for sure. With Travelosophy, you get a great fare for holiday travel, plus a discount on future air travel.
Myth number 2: trips to San Francisco could be unwise for those who are unfamiliar with the city's many areas that cater to the kinky taste of those of an alternative lifestyle.
Oh, donkey balls. I know this city like the back of my closed hand. Closed hand. I'll be getting off at the next stop, Mr. Trolley Driver. I can't wait to see the Bruce Lee Film Festival.
A little guy like you better be careful, you hear him?
Oh, it'll be all right. Thank God it's foggy around here. I can barely read the signs. Oh, this must be it. Fists of Fury, my favorite.
Oh, thank God. You must be the dwarf they sent from the agency.
I'm not a dwarf. I'm a gnome.
I don't care if you're a pygmy. Get your ass in there. You're late.
Why are you pushing me? Is this the theater?
Well, I do know they're filming. Hurry. Great, the dwarf is here. All right, deranged proctologist, scene 1. Action.
Well, come on, boys. Hold him down. It's time for the examination.
My pants! My underwear! My God!
So visit Travelosophy.com/San Francisco. Even if you travel during the holidays, you can afford a trip out west.
No, you can't afford it. I think I'm engaged to a man.
Where are you, little friend?
Oh, God, not again.
No, you should not be on next. I just changed it back to the soap opera. One of these days we'll know the name of it. See, once we learn the name of a soap opera, they go and they change it on us, because Spanish soap operas come to an end, as I'm sure you know by now, and then they start a new one up. No, it was Next. Next was on, and they had a decent lineup, but it wasn't good enough. It didn't compare with this, so I joined you over here. They had one of the girls, and she wouldn't have been bad looking, but she had a tattoo. I guess she still has it, of like a cupid with wings right there on her chest, right in the middle of the chest. I don't know about you.
That's just ridiculous.
I've really changed my whole opinion about tattoos, especially because they're everywhere now. On the chicks I'm talking about. Who cares what guys do to themselves? I've had to just loosen up the whole standard. Because, see, it used to mean something different in my day. You know, back in the 1890s, it meant you were a prostitute. That's it. You know, and then as time went on a little bit, it didn't necessarily mean that you were a prostitute, merely a stripper. Right? And now, anybody, like your mom, could have a prostitute.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Could have a tattoo.
But yeah, I mean, I don't mind tattoos
your mom
on
could.
chicks.
Your mom's good. Right. If it looks good and it's not in a bad place, like right in the middle of the chest is not a good spot to have the tat. Go around the back. Do the small of the back like everybody else does. The arm, the ankle, right?
Right.
Right here, you know, where the crease is, you know, where the thigh meets body. Where thigh meets body in the front there.
That's
the crease, not the crevice, the crease. There's one on each side.
Yeah, I know.
You know, the nuzzle spot.
Okay.
Okay. Like right over here. If you'll follow me over to the Jessica Biel chart.
Oh.
Wait, let me get my laser pointer out. So I finally got this song downloaded, I think. Let's try it out. This is that Children of Bodom song. Oh! It just starts right off, doesn't it? This is an audio experiment. It's like that last bit that we played. I didn't audition that on the air. That's why it wasn't funny. Still Britney. Oh.
Think I did it again. I made you believe we're more than friends. It might seem like a crush, but it doesn't mean that I serious.
This is good enough to share. I'll pass this along to the daughter. So she can share with her friends. He has a funky cast of characters as friends too. Like a weirdo.
They're actually using Britney's voice.
Yeah, they're sampling her. I'd like to sample Britney. Even now. Alright, we'll just pause it right there. I really wanted to pause it right there.
Try it again.
Alright. See? But now it's paused in a bad spot. QAM, hello.
Party!
And now we can't get rid of him again. And that's how it always goes with Gilbert. All you have to do is open the door a crack. Remember how I was nice to him, like, right before Christmas?
You were?
I wished him a sincere Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah. You don't remember that?
I mean, I remember the card.
He sent a card.
I had nightmares.
Didn't autograph it, Gilbert. You know the good thing about Gilbert is he'll probably be dead before us. He's older than us, and he's fat. QAM, hello. Wait for the break again, I see. Hello. Kept us waiting almost to the end of the show today. QAM, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Not bad. Hey, it's Children of Bodom, not Bodom.
Hey,
Bodom.
I had never even heard it before, so I was hoping somebody would call and set us straight on that. Bodom?
Yeah.
Does it mean
Bodom.
Does it mean anything?
I have no idea.
Is
But they're
some
actually pretty
demon,
cool.
some Babylonian demon I don't know about?
There's another cool band named Haggard, which is like it's like death metal meets Renaissance Festival.
Okay. Haggard?
It's Haggard, Haggard. You can download them. Like, you know, there's like 30 songs on the
All right.
internet.
I thought you
They're
said
from
Haggard
Europe.
there for a second.
Haggard, yeah. Renaissance Festival meets death metal. It's awesome.
All right, like electric lutes?
It'll have real sweet sounding female voice.
Lilting liars and
yeah, and then it'll
liars,
plunge
I like the
into
president.
some-
There are
and
such
then it'll
things
plunge
as
into
roving
some serious
wiretaps.
guitar. Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
Anyway, check them out, Haggard. They're really good.
All right, I will.
All right,
6
bye.
till 2 on 560, all death metal radio, WQAM.
Okay. All right.
Pizza. Waka, we came here 'cause the hurricane not full of power out. Our families were hungry and no food could be found. We had a restaurant that was kind enough to bring some pizza down. Then you walked in the studio and put the whole pie in your mouth.
Give me that pizza. That's my pizza. Why, you dirty little, I don't care if walls you starve to death, it's no concern of mine. I'll have you know it's more important for me to survive. You grant me my celebrity entitlement, and besides, I only had a lick and a schmear and a sliver of a slice of the pizza. I want your pizza. I'll take that pizza.
All right, I'm gonna actually have to use my watch over here. The clock still isn't right. How do you change the second hand on this thing, Tim? Just kidding, Tim. Tim's a good guy. I don't know his last name. Not only did he give us the clock that we have on the wall, since the other one broke and they wouldn't replace it, but the watch that I'm enjoying right here. What happened to yours? You dropped it in the toilet and you weren't going to go in after it because it was one of those train spotting bathroom incidences like that. You got into a gang fight and it broke. You were at a party arguing with some punk and you were asked to leave and you didn't and somebody shot the watch. Is that what happened? Turn the mic on in this time.
I was at a party where a gang fight broke out. I ran in the bathroom, fell in the toilet, didn't want to grab it.
And left it in
all
there
of those
because
things.
it was dirty. QAM, hello. Why am I taking calls? I don't know.
Hey, George.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Have you ever seen a movie called The Devil's Rejects?
The Devil's Rejects. That sounds really familiar.
That's the second.
The Rob Zombie song.
Oh, no. I haven't seen it yet, but I did see the first one, so now I'm all due to see it. And I'm going to have to hang up on you because I've only got just a few seconds to go through the lineup, and it's one of those convoluted things. So here it is. We got Howard David, of course, coming up next. Jim Mandich at 4 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, we have the Panthers preview on 1360 AM, followed by the Panthers and the New Jersey Devils right there on that same station, WKAT, 1630 AM. Over here, we have the FedEx Orange Bowl pregame show, followed by the FedEx Orange Bowl Penn State versus FSU game at 8, and then the FedEx Orange Bowl postgame show right after that. It's 2 o'clock on QAM.